Well, I talked a
That's
little
I
bit
like
about how my computer needed more RAM. And it's not like I was right. It's like I was a freaking genius all of a sudden. And now my thing is crashing repeatedly. So, what a wonderful time. We are back. Refresh if you're on Twitch. Get yourselves ready. We got some games. I'm going to load into the Parsec here so I can see what exactly is going on. Maybe it's Parsec, honestly.
How much more ramage do you need?
8 million.
8 million ramage, which is at least 200 Twitch subs. So, chat, there's 331 of you here. Do your duty to the content cowboy so he can get up to 8 million ramage, which I'm pretty sure is the accurate technical term.
I wish I knew what was causing this. It might be, I never run Parsec, and it does feel like it's a program that's like chugging along, you know, at times. So I really have no idea what is making this happen, but we're back.
It could be. I'm sorry, we can come up with a better solution.
Am I connected to you, Zoinks?
Not anymore.
I'm trying.
It should be the same link.
It says I'm waiting to connect.
All right.
Your connection wasn't
Let me let you
in
in.
time.
Try again.
Okay.
And now. And now.
There we are. All right, let me see where we're at with casting screen. We got this. Is that right? I think we're not going to be able to come back on the tick of the talk. I'm sorry to say it, everybody, but it doesn't seem to be cooperating with me.
All right, game 3. Nemesis and Umbra Vulpium.
Interesting. Yeet fans think says Lotus 8 Yeet. Are we thinking that maybe Nemesis might be picked up by Lotus 8? Is that a spoiler?
Where does it say that?
In his name in the roster when you click on the matchup.
Oh.
Very cool. I mean, they have a different team in this bracket right now, so.
What is it right now? 1-1?
Yep, 1-1.
Nice.
Rex back on the Mr. Slime. No fear.
While I do some back end stuff, you two want to run this one? I'll be off mic for a minute.
Yeah, give me Deuce next. Hit the ground running. I got a piece of pizza I got to finish.
All right. Well, I'm just going to chat through this, of course. We're getting some early pressure as we're running across. They're going to be looking to, of course, put the pressure on. Charles on the Blastoise for the 3rd game in a row. Probably the most impressive player across the first 2 games to me for Umbra Vulpium. But now her Egoist railing in tons of damage. Relentless flips the script a little bit, tries to go in with Lucario, but it's Trainer with these Icicle Spears. Oh, and it's Icy Wind. Interesting. Okay, Rep's going to try and cut off his Egoist. They can't quite get there. Danger Noodle peels up. And I feel like these teams are just like trying to ego each other with the 2 Egoists on one side by like, oh, you picked this, we're going to pick it this time and do it better. As Striker picks up the Danger Noodle, soon to be a Dragonite. Sounds like Zoinks is still wolfing down some pizza like Buddy LaRosa out here. So we're going to keep pressing on. Blue Kira. Is this the first time that Blue Kira's been on the Inteleon? I think so. This matchup, taking over to Drizzile as we're right behind a level 4. But it's poor Charles sitting at level 3. They need to get this Blastoise online. 1 tick away to make that happen. Charles getting caught in a mean look. Azumbo putting tons of pressure on, just pressing them down. Fortunately, Yeet Fan was nowhere near them, still struggling as a Rowlet wants to hit Dartrix in short order, picked up and poached his Rex as they're going to go get a berry screening off with those triple walls. Those 2 Pokemon in the top path. Relent going to just be on surveying duty. I like Rex actually going for the invade here. It's peeling so much attention away from that top path. It actually gives a lot of opportunity for Relent to get some stacks in. And most importantly, this 27. Are they going to be able to get it in before Buzz collapses? Yes. Great W as Relent ticks to level 6 and is now outscaling the Buzzwole on the other side, which is exactly where you want to be. Rex peeling back up. Danger Noodle strikes, but Relentless back on pad. Rex is there, going to put up some walls. We're building a house around this pad to try and insulate it. Upright Striker is trying to score their points. Uprise Striker, excuse me, not Upside Striker. Is trying to put their points in. They can't quite get it. Rex is really taking a ton of damage, but not really going down. And I'm glad I won't be cast or cursed, at least in the next 10 seconds, because Rex does back.
Yeah, it's hard to KO an enemy Pokemon in the enemy central area. I'll give you that. So a pretty safe bet. Betting on Rex in that engagement. Going forward, though, it's risky.
It's Uprise Riker. So I've misread it 4 times in 3 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
So just call that whatever type of curse that is. My inability to read, I suppose. Blue Kiro
Ooh.
actually darts past the wall, and it kind of looked like they used the wall to hit their Fell Stinger, actually get right on the other side of it before they can get chipped up. Looks
That
like
what
these
happened?
teams are.
Interesting.
I don't think so. I think it just kind of glitched out that way. Like it just
Oh, okay.
made
Yeah,
it look
yeah,
like it happened. But like 2 down, 3 up, and they're kind of holding strong with this split is Nemesis, despite being outmanned up top.
yeah, they're doing quite well. Let's take a look at Yeet Fan and Asnable on the bot side, with Regice dangerously close to resetting, and yeah, finally it does. So all that hard work, no secure, easy option for the decision where they're going to need to restart and reset from 0 if they're going to have a chance. But Uprising trying to sit around the outside, wait with this Dragonite. Obviously, a potential secure option in the regards to that Pokemon, maybe the old school secure option, if you will.
Yeah, Uprise Riker, though, hitting their Unite move, and I was just waiting for that Unite move to crash land. I thought maybe at first it would be on the basement Reggie to make a play on it, but that was already taken. So they take the Constellation Prize, which is the top path Reggie Alecki. 40 banger in downstairs, which means that this team is up by 90 a bunch. 90 a bunch. That's a bunch. 92 points, I think, if my math is right here. Relent engaging 2, quick KO streak of 2. So Relent is level 9. And now that they're scaling up and past the point of the other top path Pokemon, they can really make their impact felt now, Zoinks.
Yeah, they can take these 2v1 situations totally fine. Lucario obviously having a few tools at doing that, the natural damage reduction that they have, the steadfast passive, and then of course this Regice buff also doing a decent amount of support in that regard as well. But we have, of course, in very typical Nemesis fashion, a split across the entire map at any given time. Yes, it might make them a little caught off guard at time to time by a full team collapse, but it also gives them complete vision, something that Trainer and Yeet Fan really benefit from. So this has kind of become this team's, I don't know, the play style that they always stick to. However, it's already being caught out a little bit as a big push from Umbra really capitalizes on a lone Lucario.
Well, that's a great showtime if the follow-up is there. Yeet gets 1, but they quickly identify that Yeet's going to be the problem here. Nice adjustment by Acidable to keep Yeet Fan standing. The pressure continued, though. However, the fact that Yeet is still here gives them a chance. The push can't continue. Caught in the mean look is Charles. Do they have the damage to do it? Trainer's looking for this. An Icy Wind with a follow-up on the Mr. Mime is going to get it done. Yeet Fan feeling the pressure, but they take a mean snipe shot after the Blue Kiro Soul Read. They absolutely rip through the bird with that water, forcing Yeet to peel back again.
Double Sniper, so incredibly powerful, and of course Mr. Rhyme, and even Lucario stunts, but of course Mean Look making that really, really easy to capitalize on, very tough to play around. Decidueye Unite to get in some early damage, because obviously they are trusting in the Lucario Steel, and with a power-up punch and Unite move, and of course the Decidueye, that will be enough damage to take it. Dragonite doesn't even have enough time to walk out of the tall grass, as 2 members go down from Umber Vulpium, as Nemesis charges toward that tier 2.
Trainer and Yeet are grooving. This is something we saw so much last year, Zoinks, and I'm glad to see it again this year. I'm glad these two players are playing together, because when they are in tandem and humming, like they are just providing amazing clean Pokemon Unite play, and this Glaceon Decidueye no exception there, as we just saw them rip through the enemy squad.
I think we honestly have Rex to thank for quite a bit of this team composition. I know they built this team sort of from the ground up, and I mean, I think they got a couple of these players, notably Trainer, to play the game again. So I am pretty psyched that we have these players playing again, because yes, they truly are world's caliber and so fun to watch. However, Efan getting caught out, and eject button dodges the smackdown, but it's not over as the Dragonite Unite moves within range of this team fight, and Teleon doing some damage, Lucario fighting on the top side, but again, this split pattern of Nemesis actually paying off here, as they can't, Umbra can't really lock down onto any specific member.
Yeah, they drew all their tension in different direction, and unfortunately, Umbra did not have the communication to say, okay, this is our target, go here. And what led to is just not enough damage, hitting a bunch of different targets, and allowing these things to settle out for Nemesis, which is great. Rex is caught on the backside, but that's a fine target for them if they can get the damage in the follow-up, and they are still scrapping up front. Blue Kiro ripping another shot into Yeet Fan, who's pivoting back, Relentless taking the next one, but they are just high enough HP to withstand those shots.
Yeah, Asden will just wish on cooldown as often as they can. If they can time it to get a character protected from a snipe shot, that would be even more valuable. But of course, they are the only support in quotations. Of course, Mr. Mime actually that role, but the only Pokemon that can apply any sort of healing towards their entire roster. So Asden will sort of work in double time, right? Playing that defender role, getting big mean look lockdowns, but also making sure that their carries aren't just evaporated by the enemy damage.
Yeah, and Uprise Riker knows exactly where Asenable is. So I hope they're communicating to the team because that could be a poach for them. They get a quick surf, and that breaks the passive of the Umbreon. So they're going to put a ton of damage in as you quickly see them stunned. Oh, nice showtime in the Blissey tandem here, right into the middle to pick up the Dragonite so nobody gets KO'd, but now they're caught on the backside. This forces out the Inteleon Unite. They're going to be able to put in a ton of critical hits, but it's the Buzzwole that goes down. They tried to back cap and then circle back, and it wasn't quite enough. Rayquaza is getting hit, but the action is found out. Nemesis is not falling for this trick twice. KO streak a 3 for Trainer and Yeet in tandem. This Rayquaza is low, taken easily by Nemesis because what, Zoinks? The whole team is wiped. And you know what you get for that? Burger time.
Hundo burgers are your rewards always. I think in Pokemon Unite, we give out a frequent amount of them. So shout out to, of course, the people that want to receive is, yes, Nemesis is going to be taking down Volpium. Obviously a pretty great squad. I think we could see a lot from this team going forward in our tournaments this season. They are a very, very good team, and they put a really big test on a lot of the best in NA. But Nemesis taking them down, really cementing their place in the top side of this bracket and moving along in winners, in losers. It's still a long road for them to qualify for top 8, but still, I think they can at least know that the next job is done and it's on to the next.
On to the next, indeed. We are entering garbage time here. Everybody knows it. But what a statement game out of Nemesis. You know, this is a team that you could have easily said, oh, yeah, they made it through winners and not bat an eye at it, right? That's just the caliber of team this is, especially with the roster they've put together and with the track record of some of these players. To see them succeed in the lower bracket and find their footing now is great. It's been a long day. They still have a long road ahead. And to know that they still have this kind of pop-off power in the face of a great team is a good thing for them.
Absolutely. So Volpium go down. Nemesis rage on and continue in the bracket. Oh, Kiro, I'm so sorry to see you go, but you had a great run. You took down some great teams. You had some incredible games, but in the end, Nemesis just really played a great game number 3 there. 104,000 damage from Trainer, 95,000 for the Sidgewide, 85k from Royalis's Lucario. I mean, when the damage dealers are working that incredibly well in tandem, you gotta know this is going to be a formidable team.
Yeah, that is plenty said about Nemesis. I really do appreciate teams like Nemesis when they don't always, I'll say don't always. I don't want to say this like as a hard and fast rule, where they find value in other supports available within the game to diversify how they're approaching the game. You know, we've seen Nemesis be successful, you know, in our the run-up event using Sableye a lot.
They've been playing it a lot today too. We just haven't seen it on our broadcast, but in my like little spectate client that I can see, Rex has been locking it in a lot.
And that's terrific, right? Because it forces other teams to flex and play a different way, which isn't the easiest thing to do. And later in tournaments, it becomes even harder to do. You know, you kind of want to go into autopilot in the moments where you can to try and conserve that mental energy. But a team like Nemesis doesn't allow you to do that because they throw you such weird looks. It's like a junk ball pitcher in baseball. Like they're not throwing anything too hard that would like say, wow, this person's throwing a 102-mile-an-hour heater. But the pure slop that they are chucking at you just becomes so hard to hit because it's so ridiculous and so unpredictable that you gain value in that sense. And that's why Nemesis is a really fun team for me to watch because of that dynamic that they add to the game.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Kiro. It was close, but improvement is important. We'll be back stronger next month. That's the best mentality you can possibly have in a tournament like this. So, Kiro, I hope you keep your head held up high because you had a great tournament. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to see more from Volpium because y'all have been grinding, and I'm excited to see it pay off even more next event. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, they were a really cool team to watch, and we've seen a lot of them today. And I think they did great.
Zoinks, Nemesis, Spragels, Nemesis, waiting for Doom to
Nemesis.
Nemesis. I like that.
Nemesis.
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember, what wasn't there, Nemesis Stepsis or something?
There's been a lot of Stepsis names.
Can we
Felt like that
talk
was the
about
thing.
like Anbu putting another run together here? They'll have to go through Luminosity to make this run here, and potentially Gone Squad on the other side. But
Did you
there
see
again,
Genesis? Genesis is waiting for their win in game. This is a team made up of Faz, Bora Reach, and Lakoding and Rhino. Like, this is a dope run from them.
I mean, it's unsurprising with the names you just rattled off. Like
I
those
guess
are
so.
good. Those
Yeah,
are good
that's
players.
true.
I think what's surprising is this team materialized 4 days ago or whatever. That's what's good.
Do you want to
in some
watch
sense.
Onbu's game 2, actually?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm just saying sure as if it's my stream.
No, I
Spragels,
mean,
whatever you want.
I
Man.
think we just keep vibing. If we got a game, we watch it.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm down to. Sorry, I forced cast upon you all earlier. I'm down to just chill and hang out too.
No, I mean, both are fun. I think there are going to be ones where we feel like, look, we've been going for 14 hours. So I think there are ones that we're going
Almost
to
longer
feel
than our
like
service.
casting. There are ones we're going to feel like vibing. And that's the point you get to when you're this deep in it, I think.
That's so true. Oh, I really hope chat. I know there's been some problems with the stream and stuff. I'm sorry about that. I should find a different thing to use than Parsec, but I hope everybody's been enjoying it because I've been having so much fun with these games today. This has been an awesome event. I can't think of a better way to start UCS. Seriously, the events have been sick.
Dude, it's been great.
Oh,
It's so, and like we got people like hanging all day.
Oh yeah, we got crews throughout, which we knew would happen. I mean, we literally had people walking in at NAIC to wait in the crowd at our rehearsal time
Yeah.
because they're like, "Well, the door's open, and this is where we want to be, so we want to be watching."
I remember
It's
feeling
true.
like, go away. You're gonna
Yeah.
learn what my bid is.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
allowed to
they're
learn
watching me and Spragels practice our Cowboy Cold Open.
Yeah.
That was
awesome.
you know what? That's why it didn't hit as hard as it could with live crowd, Spragels. That's what happened. I know we've been just tearing each other apart about each other's performances in that moment, but ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to.
You know what's funny about that is they wrote a bit for us, and we were like, so we're gonna do a completely different thing.
We changed everything.
Changed every part of it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to know that they trust us a little bit on that front for sure. Can
What?
we
Sorry,
point out-
Zoinks, real quick. What are our two team names?
Onbu on your left-hand side.
Uh-huh.
Or purple side rather, and then on the right-hand side, I actually
Rack. RAQ.
RAQ, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. And do you know where we're at?
Game 2. Game 2, Anbu's up 1-0.
Great. Thank you so much. All right.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's what you were asking. Yeah,
Yes.
losers round 7. If that's what I was looking up for no reason. So
There's somebody on Rack whose gamer tag is just girl, which is awesome.
I feel like I've played with Girl.
yeah.
I know I've played with
Terrific.
Dad. Have you guys played with Dad recently?
No, I've not.
Dad's out there.
Oh, good to hear. They're watching over us.
Dad?
Well,
You
the
left
chat,
so long
dude.
ago.
Let me tell you, the chat loves Dad because
Okay, I bet.
every time you're playing against Dad, they're like, "Dad, where do you go?" And they're like, "No, Dad's back. You killed Dad." The chat loves Dad.
Well, like Zoinks was saying earlier, you've kind of trained your viewers to just be on bit game every single time. So, they're just getting into the action.
Of course they are. I love it. It is a little tough sometimes when after something everyone's doing, like one person's not doing a bit and then everyone else is doing a bit. So it looks like everyone is actually being like, no, actually, like Jungle Clefable is the way to go. And everyone's doing a bit, except there is one person that's like, exactly. That's what I keep saying. You can see it. I don't know what it is, but you can see it in the chat where one person doesn't get the bit, but they are going with it 1,000,000%.
I love that.
Oftentimes, I find myself as that person.
Yeah, perfect. Juice Nex is that human. Hero.
I would love to see this Anbu team
Mm-hmm.
go far. I mean, just any opportunity to try and get Boozle on stage again.
Well, if they want to go far in this tournament, Luminosity is waiting for them. in the final part, which is a very tough opponent to be running into. But obviously, Luminosity can bleed. They were taken down by GT earlier today. So,
I mean, Tamatama is a unit. Twisted's
So
a
good.
unit. Boozle is great. I mean, that's why it's like
Oh.
tough in NA to say, like, you know, like you said, man, Faz's team is sitting waiting for their winning, and it's like, yeah, they're all really good. Like, there's a lot of solid players. Like Rhino played at NAIC. Rhino's been playing a ton with a ton of different people. So seeing them come together to make a team is both surprising and not at the same time.
yeah. Agreed.
Also, the bigger the bracket, the more opportunity for surprises and things like that too, right? So
Without a doubt.
you get a large bracket, you get more games, you get more teams, you just have opportunities for more upsets, more surprising things, more teams to kind of like find their groove. We've all had those days where you win, like, you play 12 games of Unite and you win 10 of them. And then we've all had those days where you play, 12 games of Unite and you win 2 of them. They're like different days too. Like, you just like might have be a great day for your team.
So using that logic is actually something I was trying to explain why I don't think that the open qualifier is that big of a deal for the teams that enter in 7th and 8th place, because any true gamer will tell you they'd rather have a smaller tournament with the big prize at the end than try and go against multiple more rounds with supposed weaker competition. It's just not good EV. And the fact that you would be giving up money and CP as well, like, is why I just don't think that open bracket for teams that make the top 8 is a big deal.
We're talking about the final stretch is what you're talking about right now?
Yeah, the final stretch, and then what's at EUIC as well.
Yeah. It's interesting because I'm mostly agree with what you're saying.
Well, I guess the final stretch specifically, the open bracket thing for the top of the AEOS Cup is weird.
I
But
think
the other one.
I think the final stretch, I actually think if you're a 7 or 8, I don't think you play regionals. I think you play final stretch.
I disagree completely.
I don't know. I think you do. I think you go, I'm not beating TTV here, but I can beat whatever else. Like, I can beat the teams that don't enter regionals. I think you probably make that call.
Yeah, but you got to think it's going to be in the United States at NAIC. So you're going to see a bunch of these caliber teams pull up for that one shot. It's literally putting the proof to what you just said. With the bigger tournament, there's more opportunity for goofy stuff to happen, rather than having to just play X amount of rounds to get, because like, if you think about it, if you're 7th or 8th, you have to spike the final stretch to get anything out of it.
Right.
If you're in the top 8, you have to spike the thing to get your trip anyways. The only difference is you're giving up money and championship points. Maybe championship points don't even matter, but you're certainly giving up money.
That's
so
true.
Like, you have to play more rounds to have the same performance, which is get first, and then you're giving up money, which is why I just don't think it's that big of a deal to not have the top 8.
I guess the question is, what matters more to you?
Right.
Is like a more guaranteed shot at cash or a better shot at going to Worlds? Because there's no question, if you're running
not
up
paid trip to Worlds, though.
Say that again.
Important. A not paid trip to Worlds.
Oh, the last chance is not paid?
Correct.
No. If you win the final stretch, it is not a travel award.
Oh. Well, that does change it. Because regionals is paid.
Regional
Correct.
winner is paid, and most championship points in the region is also paid.
Huh. Yeah. No, that changes it for me. Because if it's a non-paid spot, I don't know. It all depends, though. Do you want to compete at Worlds?
Yeah.
Because that, like, I don't know. You're not. It's unlikely you beat LG, but it's possible that you beat these. You have a higher chance, I think, of beating these other teams. I think.
All of them, though.
Right.
Yeah,
you have a higher
I think
chance,
so.
but a higher chance times multiple more rounds.
Yes, I get it, but also I don't know if I'm playing in it. I've played against teams like LG and TTV and stuff like that, and I think it's going to be real hard. I think it's going to be real hard. I think it's going to be probably too tough. But I've also played against teams that are on the come up or sort of like mid. Maybe you'd like think of like as a mid tier team. I've been very competitive with some of those, and I think that's where I'd go look. I can more easily win those games.
I'm just thinking of a team like Ignorance, right? Like the gap between maybe like a 7th and 8th, and let's say for the sake of this argument, Ignorance doesn't make it in. Like Ignorance would probably go to the final stretch, but is like the gap of skill between your 7th and 8th and like in a couple teams like Ignorance being in the mix, is that like that's where you're hedging against, right? That's where you're saying you're gaining your value, is being able to beat them at the end of the tournament. But you have to play a bunch of other rounds beforehand. Like, I mean, I've stacked up with random people and beaten Ignorance. I've beaten Ignorance twice in a row with a team of just schlubs because we flipped Ray twice, you know? So it's tough for me to mentally justify, which is, I think, why there's not a lot of value lost.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because it kind of reminds me, I used to play a lot of poker, and it reminds me of poker, where you can either play in this massive tournament where kind of like a lot of random stuff happens, you know? And it's hard. It's hard to get all the way to the end, but you're playing with a lot of, you know, a lot of players of varying skill. Or you can play 1v1, like heads up poker against one of the best in the world, like, I think you got a better shot at a more of a, you know, at kind of more of the randomness of it almost.
It is a tough choice. I see how it is a dilemma. I don't think it's super cut and dry one of the way or the other.
Yeah,
but,
totally.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the choice would be money. I would just play for regionals cash because the payout to 7th and 8th is not bad. And if you're playing in regionals, you get the paid trip.
So that was Rack winning that, right? Tying it up?
Yeah, so they tied it up 1-1.
Okay.
I don't know if you get the paid trip if you elect to not play in regionals.
Oh yeah, if you're sacrificing the opportunity for a paid trip, I think that would be a little foolish. Yeah.
To New Orleans that I'm talking about, but yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, like I'm assuming they pay top 8 to get to New Orleans again.
Correct,
the travel awards. But I don't know if you'll get that money if you elect to not participate in regionals and instead play in the final stretch.
You know what this reminds me of, by the way? This reminds me of those conversations where you talk about like what you do when you win the lottery. Like it's like a situation that none of us, we're not in at all. But we're like, no, actually what you do first is you pay off your car. Okay. You cut off 50 grand for your closest friends, 50 grand here, 50 grand. Like you just come up with all these plans of what you do.
The final stretch idea is so dumb. No, it's not. It's actually really good. it's really good to generate more interest to people to play Pokemon Unite, and that's ultimately what's important.
Yeah,
so
it's really good. I totally agree. It's a great idea.
It's really good. It's a shame for the few teams that feel like, because really what those teams want is 2 bites at the apple, which is bullshit, in my opinion. I'm just going to call it what it is. And if you're truly a gamer,
or as we call it, BS on a Spragel stream.
Oh, it is BS. It is no bueno. I have it tough to find like somebody that wants to qualify for Worlds because they want to compete with the best, rather go through a softer field because they think they have a better chance. It seems weird, and you're giving up money and championship points and a paid trip opportunity when at the end of the day you still, like, if you're considering yourself to be bad enough that you can't win in the top 8, that you have to go to the final stretch, you still have to get first in both to go, so you're giving up money for having to have the same result. Goofy. It's just goofy to me. I'm clearly not going to be pulled off my point. So.
Well, no, it's fine. It's fine if we agree or disagree. It's. I think it's good to talk about it. Although, yeah. Oh, Esposito, by the way, holy, coming in with the 20 gifteds. What a legend! Dude, Espo's a legend. Holy,
Espo got a cash advance on his cash prize for top 8. I'll tell you that much. He made it into one. Yeah,
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Espo. Oh my.
Very kind of you. Holy moly.
Yeah. I think this whole debate will be proven true or untrue depending on the caliber of team that wins the final stretch. If it is a very good team, it'll be like, okay, that makes sense. That spot was well deserved. If it is a bunch of people that picked up Unite for the first time and stumbled to a win,
will never happen.
No, exactly. But if you ask top players, they say it will. But
top play. Here's the thing. Like the thing I don't like about AEOS and about final stretch is a slot was taken away from 2 of the most competitive regions in the world.
Yes.
That I don't love, but at the same time, like to Dubesnack's point, I do think things like this are healthy for the game overall, you know? So,
Oh, yeah.
Kello in the
I've been
chat,
on
don't
that.
come for me, please. All I'm saying is, you keep on 4 slots, OCE gets none. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that part is a bummer. No question, that's a bummer. But I do think this is positive for the game, and it's, you want people to see that there's an opportunity for them, because honestly, if you sign up for a Pokemon Unite tournament and you get put into a bracket and you run into TTV in your first game, like, you'll uninstall. You need to have like a little hope.
That's the good thing about the open bracket too, is it's Swiss.
It's Swiss, which is such a strong play.
Yeah,
It's so good.
You can play. It'll probably. I think it's 5 or 6 rounds they have planned.
How many teams is it? What's the team max?
32.
It's 5.
Oh, I thought Johnny said 6. Oh, okay. Well, either way.
I can check that real quick. Keep talking.
But yes, that'll be really cool to see so many teams, and you can play as many rounds as you want. You're not eliminated because of that. But
and maybe this is just me. This is how I've always felt about competition, and maybe I would feel differently in if I was playing Unite. I don't know. But I've always felt like this is like when they talk about, you know, seeding and all this, like, it's either I'm gonna beat everyone or I'm not gonna win. So if they take a spot away from NA, that's unfortunate, but I plan on winning. Like, if I'm competing, I plan on winning. I don't plan on getting 4th, you know?
Yeah.
That's me. And I know that's like easy to say from the sidelines. I'm not trying to take anything away from anyone who has that opinion, but that's how I would play. Like, it's either I win or I go home regardless. So
yeah.
If I was playing in UCS, that's how I would think. Like, okay, there's 2 slots. All right, there's 4 slots. It's just a number they made up. What if there was only 2 slots? You know, there was first year.
That's true.
Now there are 3.
Dang.
Oh, we got a hit,
year.
by the way. Holy.
What'd you get?
I was just pulling cards. What did I get? Aegis
Game is going
/ EX.
Yeah, 5 rounds.
That's cool.
For 32, it's 5.
Coming from the chat.
Spragels tournament is going now, by the way.
Oh, there's a game going?
Yeah, it's a game going. We have Onbu's 3rd game.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for letting me know.
Well, wait, what was the hit?
Aegis / EX.
Nice.
Yeah, coming from the chat, would you ever form a team? No, I would never form a team. I would never do it. Forming a team, I'm like, esports, man, it is a young man's game. I'm a father of 2. There's no way. And also, you're trying to compete with a 20-year-old. Like, come on.
And Spragel says his 40-year high school reunion right around the corner.
It's so close.
What are we talking about here?
It's so close.
What are we talking about here?
So excited for that one.
I am so excited that Crustle is relevant.
Isn't it awesome?
In like a cool way. Not in like a corny season 1 we're playing Crustle way. Which was also awesome, for what it's worth. Like, that was so sick. Yeah. When Crustle was being selected. And that was an EU, right?
Yeah. EU has been seen quite
Back
a bit.
in February finals.
February finals in
random
EU.
gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yerman Burger Flippers. What a Banana Land showdown to kick off the tournament scene of Unite.
Who won it? It was random, right? With the reverse sweep?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. That was wild.
Versus the Yerman Burger Flippers.
The Yerman Burger Flippers.
Which was Blaine's team.
Yeah. And why am I forgetting their names? All the Germans basically of the time. Urzaron on that team.
Urzaron, yep.
Overheat Shandy again from the side of Rack. I've seen that now more than Flamethrower so far today.
Got a question from the chat. Spraggle's been streaming all day. Yes. What's been the best match? I think we had 2 insane games back to back. We had a YouTube game where they lost Ray and mounted an insane comeback, and then we also had that same game right after from Luminosity. Like, we didn't react as much to Luminosity because it just happened to Team YouTube. It's crazy.
Those are pretty. I think we had some sicko EU games too, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. It's been so long.
Dude,
It's been great games. Yeah.
It all blends together. We've had some really fun ones though. I think that was the most hype moment though, because it was just, you know, it's that it's that impossible push, and when the team makes it happen, you just love to see it.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm kind of seeing this conversation in chat. Do we think the game is that unbalanced right now? I think the game feels pretty awesome.
Yeah, the balance is good. What are we talking about? What Pokemon?
It was like Blastoise, Umbreon, too broken. Yeah, if they just nerf the top Pokemon, the balance of the game would be unreal. It's like,
I mean, there are a few like OP Pokemon, like Buzzwole's OP. Blastoise is, it's close. You don't have to do too much, because here's the thing: you do have to recognize that inside of any game like this, Pokemon will, or Pokemon or characters, whatever, champions, whatever they are, they will have like a little season. That's just theirs. Some are amazing for a long time for whatever reason, just the design of the kit, the devs really like them, the community really loves them, whatever. But in general, Pokemon characters, they have a season, and sometimes it's Blastoise season, and other times you don't see Blastoise for 4 or 5 months. Buzzwole has a season right now, but soon enough I think this thing's gonna get nerfed and you won't see Buzzwole anymore. And I think you just have to understand that there always is going to be something that's a little stronger than everything else. It's just so hard to achieve great balance. But outside of the Mewtwo, Zacian stuff that was happening, like, I don't know, it feels like things are kind of beautiful right now, if we remember the dark days.
The fact that Crustle is in, the fact that Dragonite is in, the fact that Lucario is in, the fact that you can play like Mr. Mime and Sableye on a high competitive level and not have it be like just grief tier, right? If your team is actually playing around it. Like, there are not a lot of Pokemon where you're just like, oh, well, that's a massive punt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's great. And because of people's creativity to play around these things that are slightly stronger, because there always is going to be something that's better than the others, that's where you get the Crustle innovation from. That's where you get the Dragonite innovation from and that type of stuff. Absol was crazy today. We saw some great Absol games. I don't know. I think it's awesome. I think it's like really good.
It's pretty good. I agree. It's not perfect. There are a few that are too strong. But it's not like it was. Like, we've had good balance for 3 months or so.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. We had a rough year. I mean, if you remember the year, like, this is so much nicer. I know it's like, that's not the only thing. It's like, hey, this is better than it was. That's not the only thing that matters. But this is so much more balanced than we've been for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, Regirock going down is concerning. Umbu should be able to overdunk here, especially with that Espeon Unite move. That was really sick from Karma.
Yeah, great spacing.
Not much of an overdunk if they get that 10, huh?
No, they're not going to get overdunk at all.
That's okay. 128, 134. This is close.
I mean, there's Hoopa value in just closing that out.
Yeah.
So
true.
That's probably what they're thinking at that point. Like, our really cool push got stymied, so let's just close this thing out to try and mitigate Hoopa a little bit. Which I can see from that standpoint.
Glaceon is so good into Venusaur. It is unreal.
That's a nice trap.
I would say, speaking about balance again, sorry to cut you guys off talking about what's happening right now. But speaking about balance again, I do think there are a few mechanics in the game, like a few moves and mechanics that are unbalanced and also unfun. I would love it if they fixed some of those. Like, I think Gravity is unfun and not balanced well. I think Mean Look is really unfun and not balanced well.
What if they reshaped Gravity so it's not a big circle? What if it's like a little AoE in front of it or something? Like I don't know. I think they could shape the AoE to make it more awkward and not like such a huge option.
What if it was a channel?
Yeah, channel could be okay.
Maybe. Like, kind of like in prison almost.
No. Like
you channel it. Like, you have to hold.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like a channel. Like, you almost meant like a line, like a river. Okay.
Well, that'd be too strong, I think.
Well,
if it was the same size as in prison, it'd be too strong.
Yeah. Yes, it would be. It would be too strong, but then it wouldn't go around you. You know. I thought that's what he was getting at, but now I recognize what he's saying. You channel it. Yeah.
Like, you can't move. You can't hit Moonlight. You can't do anything else. You're just channeling Gravity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Worth a thought.
Yeah, that could be something cool. Getting ready for this Ray fight right here.
Trick Room Mimikyu and counter it.
Trick Room Mimikyu. It's a bummer that move is not good.
It counters Gravity.
Yes,
Yeah.
we agree.
Perfect.
And I don't think the
Oh.
assessment unfortunately changes with that piece of information.
Noted.
Okay.
And
Full portal out.
there you go.
We have taken this down and put it into the file, and the assessment remains quite the same.
That was a huge tree play. Haru pops off there.
Yeah,
Finds
really
3.
nice. And they're moving in for this fight. Here comes the Buzzwole, picking up the Crustal Unite, however. That's bad for Candle. They got to push it away from this Chandelure. Buzzwole on nothing, Candle on nothing. Both of them hanging out in the same bush going home. Venusaur looking to pick up something with these Unite, with these solar beams here, but they are not hitting them.
Karma even made it back to Twisted for the Unite for the Buddy Barrier, but it still wasn't enough. And yeah, this is looking rough for Anbu. Right now, Rack got basically everything they could ask for. Hits a couple. I'm just trying to buy time at this point, I guess.
Yeah, they've slowed the rip, but also like what can they do here? They're on 0 HP. There's the shield. No, oh my gosh.
That was so close.
That was so close. It still wouldn't have done it. I don't think they couldn't have scored or anything, but wow.
Yeah, they would have had 3 people with shields.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually scoring without stopping counters would have been too hard.
Yeah, but still, that was a bit of a nail biter.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Rack take down Anbu.
Yeah, that's a good
stuff.
game.
That was a good game.
And they made it. They were eliminated by Alter Ego. I mean, they had a pretty good run themselves before getting sent to losers.
Yeah, we've had some teams with some long runs. Oh, Doomsnacks, you missed the most heartbreaking moment I've ever seen at a game. Dark World had like a 500 point lead.
Man.
And they lost.
What? Against who?
It was against a half decent team.
Yeah.
But it was like they got Ray. They scored a ton, and then the other team turned it around. And
Did they fall asleep?
No, what happened was close. What happened was they were up by almost 500 points. And then they Sableye United and sent like 3 enemy. They KO'd 1, Sableye United, and sent like basically 3 back to base. And then they just started taking down Ray because they were like, no one's here, no one's gonna stop us. And then, unfortunately, the other team actually got back with like a hero play, secured it, and then all of a sudden came back in the game and somehow won.
Gamma, if you're in chat, go to bed. Go get food. Oh my gosh.
I'll have to check the
still having a good run, by the way. Oonga Boonga's one up against Emerald Lotus. That's Azmat, Arg, Vendetta, Cocodrillo.
Feels like the words you're saying aren't real.
Yeah,
is that like a lot of
games, maybe? It's
a lot
old
of the
Sucker
old
Bunch.
Glitch Energy Squad?
Yeah, or Sucker Bunch before that.
Oh, Sucker Bunch. That was a great team name.
That was a great team name.
What was the Japanese team name that was Glow Punch? That was such a good team name.
Shukishima Glow Punch.
God, what a good team name that is.
It is good.
Forgot there are 2 pools of losers brackets. Oh my god.
Ignorance Eclipse is tied 1-1. Can we get into game 3 of that? Let's see. Oh, no.
Not yet.
Nothing so far.
LG's
Midnight Malders,
right
Brave
now.
Birders 1-1.
Yeah, I don't have any of those players friended, but we could watch what happens after once they move on in bracket.
Oh yeah, because of God's. I mean, that's just fun because it's like Cloudbuster versus like the Colin Tang crew.
Oh, I forgot that's Cloudbuster's team. Let's go. We were talking about how good the Alter Ego logo is in Spragels chat earlier today.
It is good. It's really good.
I believe Sprago said I didn't believe you Zoinks, but I think I like them more now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, it's hard. It's hard because like, this logo's so good, and I'm thinking, bro, I've never changed my mind based on a logo ever, and I'm not starting today. And then you see the logo, and you're like, ooh, first time for everything.
It is really good. Cloudbuster
It's a great
is a
logo.
nuts artist.
LG lost to who? They I see asked in the chat. LG lost to GT.
Yep. My high ranking of them paying off. I ranked LG quite high though, so it's a bit of a give and take, but you know.
Isn't it fun to keep all the things in your head that you're right about and forget all the things you're wrong about? You do that all the time.
Well, it's because I'm right
baby.
so few times that it's easier to remember 3 than a million.
That makes sense.
That's a tech. It's a tech right there.
I always have great just remembering like, man, I was so right about Dodrio. Yeah, a little off on Mewtwo Y, but what can you say? can't get them all.
I remember like being like, yeah, Mewtwo was good. Spraggle said it wasn't that strong. It's fine.
The thing I think I was feeling with Mewtwo Y was the fact that it was so boring. I have to be honest. I think that's what it was, and I think I let that cloud my judgment. I was so bored with it. I was like, who cares? Yeah. It just presses A, so what?
Also, Stockings is saying that they took the pyramid personally from our podcast Oops Sex. That was Bridget, not me, okay? that is
that was definitely London Bridge. That was Brigetti Spaghetti
ops
for sure.
Everywhere. That is true, Stockings. You have had to face ops every turn. Oh my gosh.
I'm bummed that we didn't see the GT game. I kind of like, I didn't know LG was gonna lose, of course, right? But I even said like, that's like the matchup, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean those are tough teams, obviously.
They play really well against LG. You know?
I can't believe only Trolls beat Nemesis. Like that's crazy. Nemesis almost at the point where they get the run back though.
Mm-hmm.
They are waiting for... Oh, it's going to be Ignorance Nemesis next. I think we probably watched that game, right?
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope.
That sounds fun.
Man, there's so many good... Like, that's why the NA region is so fun to follow, because these are all, like, barn burner matchups with players that we recognize and are familiar with. I just love that.
I feel like EU delivered today too, though.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
Like I feel like there's so many good EU teams as well. Like, I was very, very happy with that.
Yeah, the competitiveness is really cool to see, especially out of EU, where I was like, "Oof, this could be Stomp Fest."
Yeah. So congrats on qualifying, Machizzle. Great run from you all.
So many like unknown to me, obviously. Like obviously, I'm not trying to say they're nobodies, but like a lot of names I've never seen before. I didn't recognize that like balled out of control today while we were watching their games, and that was like it was just a phenomenal sign of life out of EU, especially because myself included have dismissed a lot of the region because of this Nouns super team. And yes, Nouns did find a way to make top 8. Thank goodness, of course, for them for their mental moving forward, but. There's a lot of teams that played super well and were very impressive, and I'm here for it for sure.
Yeah, Unite is a great esport to watch, says Beds in the chat. The thing about Pokemon Unite, especially as an esport, but just as a game, they have like specific moments built into how the game functions that like are exciting moments, and then you have like little relief, and exciting moment, little relief, you build tension, and then what's happening at the end, you build to a huge moment. It's hard for matches not to, and I think because of that, it makes a really exciting esport.
Yeah. Oh, Sprinkles, you missed a YouTube question as well. They just asked, what G Fuel flavor is that, and what's the code?
My code is spragels at checkout. You can also !G Fuel, and you can just use my link to shop on G Fuel. This is Shiny Splash. That's A-Drive's flavor, and it's pretty dang great. I know it's like notoriously one of the top flavors, and I agree. It's pretty wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
It's been one of my favorites so far. Shiny Splash is great. I like Blue Ice. I just like things that are blue, apparently. And there was one other. Oh, and Watermelon Mint's pretty good too. Watermelon Mint is exactly as advertised. It is Watermelon Mint.
Okay.
You're not gonna go, huh? I'm getting a lot of watermelon, missing the mint. Nope. It's exactly what they're saying.
All right.
Spriggles is a water trainer.
I am, sure. Dude. I am.
You are a water type trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am.
I feel like
What are you guys? What do you get?
Ghost... Oh, well, I just chose what I would know I would need to get ghost type.
All right. That sounds like a dark trainer or something like that.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah.
So I took the test and I got fighting type. But if I were to classify like by Pokemon that I really enjoy, the most common shared trait is actually normal type. So
interesting. Okay.
My wife got normal type.
I mean, I've always thought the normal type Pokemon are pretty unique and cool. Like Kecleon, Chatot, Miltank. Those are all ones that I've particularly enjoyed. So
I think I could see you as a fighting type trainer, though, like a gym leader. Like at the end of the road when you beat all the.
I don't even know if I have a fighting type like Pokemon I like.
Heracross.
Not a fighting type.
Well, it's Bug.
Oh, got there. There it is. We're done.
Check me.
See you guys.
That's like, okay, I was on a back in the TCG days, I was on a podcast and they did this game where it's like, we give you a
Oh, it is
type.
fighting type. It is fighting type. I'm so sorry. I need to show
Is it really?
Roast me. It is fighting type.
Holy! I thought I was like, wow, I really fumbled that. I always liked Heracross, and I totally screwed up.
I knew Chat
Wow.
was gonna roast me for that. It
All right.
is fighting type. I had to get in front of that one.
How long until a match? A minute, right?
Zoinks had me questioning myself. Holy cow.
I guess if we have a second before a match, Zoinks, you could probably just make a big public apology right now.
I guess so, yeah. The truth about Heracross. My response to Heracross.
Jeez.
One of the two. Yeah, my apologies, Chat.
Just looking through the list of fighting types here, I guess.
You can tell me when they do their arch.
I don't know. I guess Annihilate is cool.
Annihilate.
Annihilate is so cool. One of the best maybe the best Gen 9 Pokemon, actually.
Let's see.
I love Annihilate.
Annihilate
would be an interesting
Kelder
Pokemon for Unite.
I
could
feel
be cool
like
for you.
dang, what's its name?
Clobopus? What?
Yeah, you'd
What
be a
is
good
this?
Clobbopus
I've never
trainer.
seen
He's
that.
great. Clobbopus is awesome. Great
We're
Pokemon.
on Cerebi.
What are you looking at, best? I think Annihilate would be cool in Unite because.
Oh, dude,
I don't know,
Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is sick.
Yeah, great Pokemon. Did a Galarian Surfetch'd or
Galarian.
whatever fighting type right there? Spragels, have you played League very much?
Yeah. But
Okay,
I mean, I kind of stopped. I don't know.
all right. Do you know what Tryndamere is?
Yes,
I feel like Annihilate is a perfect Tryndamere
that would be great.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like just like an undying, raging ghost type monster for like a little timer.
Yeah, that's a
I
really
think
cool
that
idea.
would be super fun. I mean, you could just kind of steal the whole kit if you want to.
I think Infernape's great. I'm a fan. I know
We
we're,
need a Gen 4 starter.
we're probably
so
not getting Infernape because we got Blaziken. They feel like pretty similar in like vibe.
Yeah, if we're getting another firefighting starter, I feel like it's gonna be Emboar. Like I feel like Emboar is more unique than I don't know. It's more non-similar to Blaziken, I guess.
Yeah, I like Conkeldurr.
Really?
Conkeldurr's pretty cool.
Koraidon.
The tough part for them is that Girder is an uglier Pokemon than Combuskin somehow.
Phalanx
Yeah,
is fighting. I
wild.
didn't even realize. I don't know why I didn't realize that.
Realize what?
That Phalanx
Oh, how
was fighting.
yeah, Howlucha would be a sick add to the game.
Howlucha would be cool.
I'm actually kind of surprised it's not here.
Passimian, I heard it was kind of like supposed to be a play off of a rugby player, but I don't actually know if that's true or not. If that's true, I like Passimian. If it's not, pass.
Passimian, Clobbopus, you got a pretty epic team getting together now.
Oh, I'm not taking Clobopus. That's just I can't believe they named
What do you mean
something.
you're not
You're
taking
taking
Clobbopus?
Clobbopus.
What do you mean you're not taking Clobbopus?
Quaquaval is a good one.
Oh, well, it's one.
I like Quaquaval.
Okie dokie. Oh,
Yeah.
that is so cringe. What is this?
You don't like Okidogi? It's
Have you
Monkey
seen
Dory,
the art on
Monkey Dory, Okidogi, and Pheasantipity.
Oh, that's right. Incineroar's Fire Dark. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Incineroar
It's always
sucks.
weird because he's like a wrestling themed Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. Makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. The dark fighting would have been cool.
Incineroar's the worst. It's coming to the game. It'll be here this
to
year.
all your VGC friends.
Mark my
They will
words,
agree.
Incineroar will be in Unite this year. It's probably going to be
Whoa, this year?
good. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mark my
Yeah,
words, we need
Spragles
more
gets all the
all-rounders.
Spragles
Yeah.
gets all the Pokemon he calls.
I do, actually.
That's true. That is true. Okay, you gotta get off the Pelipper train.
Look, by the way, how sick, this is coming this year for sure. How sick would Obama Snow be? Come on. That would be a great one. That's a great one.
Isn't it already a wild Pokemon? One of the maps?
Don't do that.
It's cursed. It's cursed. Can we talk about Zoinks' slander of Middle Evos? We talked about it a lot earlier on the broadcast, actually. I think Spraggles was agreeing with me with how
Some of the best middle Evos were the Kanto Gen 1 starters. Like, they nailed those.
those were good.
Yeah. good.
Gen 3 had some pretty, well, had one great one and two terrible ones. Gen 5. Gen 5 had Duat. Duat's kind of awesome. I'm a big Duat fan.
Okay, you jerks. What do you think about this? Corviknight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
good one for sure.
Good, because that's a good one.
What role?
Defender.
Okay. I think if I'm
Don't
going with
even
Timmy's logic,
blow
if
air
I'm
out of your
going
mouth
with
in that
Timmy's
way.
logic, and looking at it, it looks like an all-arounder.
Its highest stat is defense.
Everyone's an all-rounder when you look at it that way.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I'm not trying to get like way out of pocket here, but
Apparaja.
Pelipper is also a Pokemon that has a high defensive stat that should be in the game.
Does it
I'm
have a
just
high
saying.
It's one. Oh, Pelipper. No.
Its two highest stats are defense and special attack.
If
Bummer.
Tinkaton doesn't come to Unite, I will cry. Yes, that is true.
Swampert
Tinkaton
feels
would've been
like
good.
it could make it.
I like Swampert's design.
I think. What is it called? Piplup's coming.
I hope so.
Based
I hope
on
it's completely
the fact that Piplup was at that Chinese like in-person event. Like I know it's a Pokemon, and you could have whatever there, but it's weird to not have it tied to the game. I think Piplup's coming.
It'd be great. I mean, Gen 4, all three are incredible starter Pokemon. So it's just it's a bummer none of them are here yet.
I really do
Yeah,
like
people think
Electivire
Tinkaton-
too. I think Electivire would be cool.
We do. We
Tinkaton
are.
already a wild Pokemon. That's okay. It will break the curse.
It
This is
could.
the first time we'll break the curse.
It could.
You know what I was kind of thinking? Just random switch up as we're just kind of hypothesizing future stuff to the game. I wanted a map where we actually have towers, and the towers are stack attackers, where you
That
have to
would be
like
cool.
beat down the stack attacker.
Very cool.
Mm.
Palafin's a possibility.
Yeah.
It feels like
Yeah.
its ability is like really good. It could be a really good thing for Unite. That's a cool way to work that.
Like if you're out of vision for long enough, kind of like how Sableye works, where you just get auto invis. Then if you're out of vision for long enough, you change. You know, like superhero change into Palafin. And come back out.
Like they could do some cool things with it for sure.
Yeah, it's a great Pokemon. Give it like Jet Punch, Aqua Tail, other stuff. Wave Crash. Cool. Game should be up in the next minute. Okay, yeah, it
Sweet.
looks like it's ready to go. So Nemesis Ignorance is now all set.
Tatsugiri, that feels like it could make it, honestly.
Really?
I don't know if I'd like it, but that feels like it could
I'd
make
see
it.
that as like a wild Pokemon.
Yeah,
Put
maybe
that
you're
on the
right.
map.
Sorry, what was this again, Zoinks?
This is now Nemesis versus Ignorance.
Oh yeah, this is a good match.
The play-in for the play-in. So not a qualification game, but if whoever wins this gets a chance at playing only Trolls, I think. Whatever their team
They're
name
playing
is.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that we're strictly trolls.
Oh,
This
we're
is
strictly
only
trolls. We keep it professional.
You keep it professional. Only Trolls, yeah. Whoever wins this set gets to play only Trolls for a qualification game.
Rex
Are we in
on the
pool, too?
mime, going for the invade. What a good time to play Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite. we
Jupiter
did
on
it.
the Metagross this time. Fun stuff. I mean, they were always playing some kind of brawler and not having access to Buzzwole 'cause it's on the other side. Makes sense. We got to find something new.
Wow.
I'm just
here
glad we're
comes
watching the
blade.
Goop and Soup connection again. I love when those two players link up, mainly so I can say Goop and Soup connection.
I think
That's
I don't
actually
even
the
think
only reason.
mainly. I'm thinking it's maybe 100%.
Strictly.
Yeah.
Strictly. Yeah.
Strictly trolling.
Okay, well, sure takes that KO. It was someone in your chat, I think, was asking if teams are underrating Mew, Spraggles. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes.
Is Mew underrated in the current meta game?
Yes. It
Okay, well,
definitely
it just got
is.
destroyed by Leafeon. So thoughts?
Well, Leafeon is like the best thing in the game. But no, I think look, things of course shift around and there are reasons you don't pick something, but I think you and I were talking about this, Zoinks. I do think
Did we?
teams are like, I think they're not recognizing Mew because it got a little nerf, and every time something gets a nerf, people get super scared to play it.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
I don't know how bad or good Lapras is. I know one thing: no one's picking it, and
Yeah.
I don't think
Except
it's because
Phil Umis.
yeah, except Umis and one other team. But I don't know if it's that bad. It could be. Like, things get nerfed and then they're kind of unplayable. It's true. Mew doesn't feel like that. The nerfs were to 1 move. Or 2.
Real quick, does Mew's abilities get the boost going through the mime walls?
No.
I don't think so.
That would be like a... Okay.
That would be...
It would be really cool if it did.
That would be I agree.
Cool if it did.
It's like any light screen. Like any light screen, it gets a boost.
There's a hero like that in Smite that puts.
But don't they have to create the walls?
The hero in Smite?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure that allies can also use them, like ranged allies.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, as an Overwatch ult that does that same thing, it's very strong.
Hey, thank you for the super chat, NextWiz. Imagine special attacker Tatsugiri that becomes Dondozo, a physical all-rounder by using its Unite move, similar to how Hoopa transforms. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Orders up.
We don't have any Pokemon yet that Gigantamaxes, right?
There was the EV event.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we don't have anyone who uses that, like, as it's... Like,
I was honestly shocked we got Mega Evolutions.
But I think they could do all of it. You know?
Do you think we'll get more Mega Evolutions? Like, will we get Mega Metagross?
No, it might just be that was Megas. That was, like, Megas on AEOS Island. And then,
I see.
Like, we don't have a terrestrialized Pokemon yet. We could have something that terrestrializes as part of its Unite move. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Terrapagos in the game.
They have had a lot of Pokemon that have Mega forms.
Yeah, true.
This is a great start for old Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Ignoranch.
Ignorance.
It's hard to spell ignorance.
What is it? What was the team last year that I could never pronounce? Oh my gosh.
You had a hard time pronouncing
it was like from a TV show. Wonder Chef would get so mad.
Ginyu Force?
You kept saying Ginyu Force.
You kept saying Ginyu Force?
It was to the point where we didn't know if you were doing a bit anymore or if you couldn't say it.
I was doing a bit. It was my favorite. Because Wonder Chef would like
steam would erupt at me and he was like, I legit don't think he knows how to say it. And I was like, I don't think he does either, and I don't understand why. It's a G.
As much as y'all and Shaq got frustrated, no one got more mad than Big Uzi, okay?
He was mad than Big Boozle was so mad.
Like, what do you mean? So my bad. Ginyu Force, to
so
work.
my bad ruining the one time you're on an esports stage by
dumping your
team
next
name.
year, he gets there.
Goop in the Coliseum getting a beatdown from Relent. Trainers there, of course. Nice wall, though, actually, to cut off the push. That was a pretty good play.
So why didn't it work? Why did nothing happen? Yeah, why did nothing happen when Metagross did that? Like, what do we need to make Metagross Unite good? That's what I'm saying. Is like, Jupiter did its Unite, it got 2 members trapped, and nothing happened. Like, what do we need to do to capitalize? I'm coaching this team right now. What do we need to do to make Metagross's Unite move work there? I mean, Delphox Unite, capitalizing on top of it?
The problem is you can get out of it. You're not stuck. There are some games where you're fully stuck, you know? But not
it's
Unite.
It's like Guardian that way, I guess.
Say that again?
It's like Guardian Unite, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty easy to predict where it's going to show up. You press your eject button, if you got it, of course.
Yeah, or dash. You can get out of it with any dash. It's pretty easy to get out.
Like, Buzzwole just kind of outfought him. Correct. Just kept picking him up and throwing him.
One thing that's also tough, even though, you know, Metagross, it's like really good at brawling, especially if you can hit multiple people with your gyro ball or meteor mash and stuff like that. But in any situation, when you put yourself like in melee range of 3 to 4 enemy Pokemon, it's hard to survive, you know?
Yeah.
It's just tough.
Its passive is neat, but very tough to actually live with. Oh, love that double dive from Trainer Relentless. Oh my god. That's sick. I love good Dive Unite. Dive is my favorite composition to watch by far. And that's why I love that Leafeon is meta. It's just so fun to watch. Any MOBA. I love dive comps.
you're getting your fill of it here. That's for sure, because
Yeah, you
Leafeon is really good.
Dude, Leafeon, that's another one. I'm going to make a list. All these Pokemon don't make it to the end of the season without a nerf. No way.
Yeah, Leafeon, Buzzwole.
Leafeon's going to be a
Umbreon
while, though.
potentially.
It's got Epic Hollowware coming out, so this thing is going to be meta for a good while.
Literally forever.
It's like get good with it if you're a team. There's no way they're messing with this thing.
Yeah, not having a good Leafeon player is not an excuse any longer. You need to fix that immediately.
Yeah, what was I felt like there was a Pokemon like that last year where you're like, you just can't afford to not have a player that can play. It might have been just Hoopa. Like, your support player has to be a nasty Hoopa player, or else you just don't have a chance.
I'm trying to think.
Because like your team just needs to take it.
Before, season 1 was decided a lot by Lucario players, right?
Of course,
like
yes.
Until Worlds, and then it was Zarina players, but it was the same role.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Same thing.
That's actually an interesting conversation I've had a lot in the off season. I did a whole series on it last year for the Unite Max channel, but we did like, what is the most impactful role in a game of Unite, in a competitive game, not in ranked instead, because in ranked it's probably like, I don't know, your best carry or your tank. Tanks in ranked are so important. But like in a comp game, what role do you think has the most impact on the game? Because top path start ahead because they impact draft so much.
Yeah,
right now
I was
in charge of that. But
it feels like right now it might be top. I mean,
I feel like jungle's in a good spot to influence the game.
Totally.
Like I think your jungler has a lot to say about how the game is going to result. But
real quick, I want to fix something in chat here because we've got some misinformation flying. How many teams playing to qualify for AEOS Cup in NA? It's 1. These teams are trying to make top 8 of the February finals. The winner of February finals will get 1 slot at AEOS.
Right.
So
Yeah, this is the AEOS Cup qualifiers, is what the tournament is called. But yeah, that's
But that's essentially how it shakes out. There's only one team, the winning team of this qualifier or of this series goes to the AEOS Cup.
It's the paid trip to AEOS Cup.
Yes.
And is guaranteed into group stage. Okay, relent. I mean, Ignorance finally putting up a bit of a fight here, but it doesn't seem like it's going to last super long with
yeah, there's not. I mean, there's just time is ticking away.
Yeah. Spragels, have we talked to you about this yet? A cool thing that we learned about the AEOS Cup and Final Stretch is that both of those tournaments, you know, they're open brackets, can be entered by competitors from any UCS region, not just TPCI.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard, but I didn't hear that confirmed anywhere, so I didn't want to start spreading it too much. But I heard the same thing was like you could have a team from Japan come out and win the AEOS Cup.
Yep, that is confirmed now.
They won't win championship points, but if they win,
they better not.
Well, what should we even be giving championship points? That's another conversation.
I'll give championship points to whoever I want. Thank you very much.
I mean, in season 1, it was like, whose line it is anyways? Like, you just give out of however many you wanted to whoever you wanted. It just didn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm glad they figured out a way to at least make those relevant in some
So
metric.
much better. Like,
Yeah.
Hats off to them, honestly. So much better.
Way better. All right.
Nemesis,
Game number 1.
looking good. It's weird. We're watching a lot of Nemesis now, and you're like, how did they lose earlier? They're so dang good.
I know. They're not letting it slip away. They got ripped on pretty hard, I think, was one, right? But I guess when we say lose, I was thinking of the Umbra game that they lost when they got just like immediately flipped on and they took them. So
Yeah,
But
only
yeah,
Trolls beat them 2-0.
yeah, they went down like relatively early. I mean, that's insane that the difference between losing 2 rounds ago and winners has now made Nemesis have to play 1, 2, 3, 4 additional matches in loser's side. Oh my goodness. Which, I mean, currently they're up 1-0 against Ignorance, which is pretty good. Fixed and Eruption are playing. I don't have any of those players friended, but whoever wins that one plays Eruption. So we can watch after that one.
Genesis. Yeah. Luis 7, Bats, Flareons, Squilliam. I mean, these are some fun players on these teams.
It's a good team.
Chunty. I mean,
God, the other side of the bracket is taking so long.
I keep forgetting which side I'm on. What are we on? I think I'm on.
Team YouTube is good, but is waiting. Like they are quite a ways away from having their opponent, I think. Like even longer than LG is by quite a large margin.
Oh man. Yeah, because Viridian's behind, so Viridian needs to be resolved. And then yeah. That's tough.
Spragels, what are you thinking? You want to bounce around, watch more games, or do you want to see the conclusion of Nemesis Ignorance?
I think we'd probably wait for the conclusion of this, but I'm happy
Sounds
with
good.
whatever you guys want to go with, as we're just kind of just hanging out here. Right now, I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm just reading what Ceruledge's leaked kind of abilities do.
Oh, what does Bitterblade do? Self-sustain? HP steal?
Yeah, so we don't know all the stuff. It's got weak armor as a passive, I think. Or an early move, increases move speed by 10%, deals 15% more damage for 3 seconds. Maybe that's an early move. Its basic attack has bonus lifesteal, so it's got like a lot of lifesteal in its kit, it looks like.
Stat-wise, I think it has none, weirdly. But it just like all of its moves do.
Yeah, like this move has, we don't know the names of the moves, but let's see. Dealing damage has 25% bonus lifesteal. If your HP is full, a shield is granted.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be like
move in the
a
video game
lifesteal
is
all-rounder.
Yeah, the move in its video game is like a full-on HP recovery move. So like Bitterblade is like a big fire attack that helps restore your HP. I wouldn't be surprised.
It'll be interesting. But yeah, I'm down with watching anything.
Cool. All right, well, I lost the option for God Squad anyway, so we'll wait for Nemesis versus Ignorange.
Great.
I want to show. I'm sending you all a screenshot of consecutive tweets that just have made me laugh. I've been on mute because I've just been chuckling. These back-to-back tweets about GT when they beat LG is just perfect in my mind.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Espo.
Through the fight hard, but 99 secure still saved us. Egg emoji. So the classic Blissey secure. Gotta love it.
We take those.
We do, in fact, take that.
Resurrection is Smash on Twitter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What? I didn't know that. We were talking so much about Resurrection.
Yeah, we love the name.
Yeah. All right, game two
awesome.
is up between Nemesis and Ignorange.
Nemesis versus Cool Ignorange Doritos. Doritos in the chat.
Doritos in the chat. I'll put Doritos in the chat. No fear.
I'm not afraid. Hey, man.
You don't got to ask me twice.
Put Doritos in the chat. No problem. When will part 1 be up? It kind of should be up, Cody. Maybe it's not yet. My stream was crashing earlier, so I don't know what YouTube thinks happened there.
I don't know what YouTube decided to do with the footage.
They're just going to scrub it. It's 32 seconds of a blank vid. Well, I don't know what that's going to turn into then.
You better delete that real quick, or else doesn't that algorithm demolish you?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. It's 32 seconds of a blank vid. Is that right? Let me see.
I don't know. We need to get you some more RAM, though.
No, it isn't. Is it?
When
It looks like it's 5 hours of hot Pokemon Unite action. It's 32 seconds of a blank vid.
Okay.
Well,
no.
I don't know what to do about that.
Delete.
It was, it's the best part about improv, right? It's the enjoy it while it's here kind of thing.
Well, I'll have to figure that out, buddy. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened there.
Soup Chef on the croissant again.
That may be lost to the sands of... I could take the VOD from Twitch, yeah, and put it up.
Oh, there you go. That would be what, the part 1 of NA?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. I might have to do that.
It was a tough start to that stream. A lot of pretty brutal games, as they are.
Oh, yeah, just stomp after stomp after stomp. At the start of any bracket, it's just full-on stomps the whole way.
Mm-hmm. Is what it is.
Buzzwole is so gross.
The fact that Goop is already level 5 is a big deal.
I think we need to buff Leech Life.
Yes. Yeah,
that'd be fun.
It's tragic.
It's so bad, but it is fun.
It's Tragikarp.
Tragikarp. Oh man, someone make that their in-game name now.
Quick.
Immediate jump on the Tragikarp, please.
It looks like. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it looks like Ignorance went for the straight run back. Who is Izzy? Why am I not placing this? Oh, is Protein Shake gone?
Not playing in this tournament at the very least, so maybe just couldn't make it for the weekend. Who knows?
Ah, it's a bummer.
It's tragic to miss that name. It's such a good name.
Mm-hmm. They've been going by Bro in tournaments for the last few months, so.
Well, never mind.
It probably got reported.
Good riddance.
Yeah. They were player 42845 for a while, and they had to pick something new.
As player 62424 once said, if you just complain a lot online very, very loudly, eventually you have a chance of getting your name restored.
But you have like mustache privilege, you know?
It's true.
Not everybody has that.
We, Spragels and I were told there's a contingency of like the competitive comp ops folks in Japan that call us the mustache men and ask, what do the mustache men think about stuff? Which is a horrifying piece of information for me and Spragels to have, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
If you thought my head couldn't get any bigger, wait until I found out about the mustache men comment.
Like, what do the mustache men think? And I was like, there's no way. They actually like, yeah, that's just what they call you to. It's like, dude, this is amazing.
It's honestly, it's tough because it's so, you know exactly who they're talking about. Like,
especially because
it's like
We're talking about Spragels and Wish.com Spragels.
you couldn't even be like, oh, come on. The mustache is like, no, they're exactly right. It's exactly what they would call us, and it's so right.
Yeah, it's fine for you guys. It's tough when they call me the non-mustache freak. That's what I really take offense to.
I didn't mind that for whatever reason. That didn't bother me.
They call you the goofy nerd with glasses.
Oh,
Did Relentless just surf and eject?
Yeah, but they mistimed it.
Yeah, they mistimed it. That's a bummer. They were trying to take that all back to the squad.
Still kind of a workout, though.
Different trainer? Nah. We got Eat Fan on the case. Good case.
Dupe Snacks has a 6-pack on his mustache. That's how jacked he is.
It's true.
I have to go ahead and... Do I have pinning privileges in this chat? No, I do not.
No, I'm actually going to delete
You never
that.
should.
Why? I'm one of the mustache men. We just said it.
Damn it. Oh, no.
I'm going to have to snip that from myself.
How does it feel to be, I mean, just in the trenches in the losers bracket like this, man? You got such a tough road ahead of you for Nemesis, you know?
I know. You're literally like, well, the next one, even tougher.
And they're that good, but, you know, like as we were talking about before, you throw enough games in front of anyone, and it could be tough.
Yeah, well, maybe credit to the other side of that argument. You know, it can be a pretty consistent game.
I agree with Dupe Snacks, you know?
That's what I'm saying. So maybe this is kind of fighting for the other side.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I still think I'd probably play in that one, but look, you throw enough games at any team and the world champs can go down. Of course.
Yeah. That's true.
And a horse is a horse. Of course. Of course.
Do it. It's a long road. I've been down it before.
Have we talked about Finnegan yet?
I don't know.
Once was a man named Michael Finnegan, had some whiskers on his chin again. Wind blew him off and they blew in again. Poor old Michael Finnegan. Begin again.
And then
That
you just
sounds
begin
like
again?
a Lamb Chops play along song that never ends type situation here.
It is. It is the intentional never end song. 'Cause you
When-
have to begin again.
When do you end?
Well, it's tough because you got to keep beginning again.
Yeah, I know. But when does it stop? No one died doing the song, so when does it end?
You're gonna be real fun with your toddler. They're gonna love that.
We have a lot of fun. We make up fake. I make up a lot of fake words. Now she makes up a lot of fake words. She has.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
I like this. Have your defender and support hide in the tall grass, wait till you get vision, and try and get a bunch of points in type strat here. And the Blissey susses it out immediately. Just no shame. Rex is like, I know. I'm a Sableye player. I know what kind of goofy shit you're up to. Goofy stuff you're up to right now. Sorry, Spragels. Goofy stuff you're up to right now.
There you go. It's not too hard.
Oh, Soup Chef. I love it. Oh god, it's too late. I'm about to talk about this hat for like the 10th freaking time tonight.
It is a great hat.
It is. It's so large. His whole up body is hat.
When they first started doing Hollowware, I was like, this is so dumb. I thought it was so stupid.
Hollowware?
And then Hollowware. But now the further it's gone, I'm like, this is great. They cut all these clothes. I love it.
And now I actively get upset when my Pokemon doesn't have enough clothing options.
It's true. When you're like, well, you're not going to put any clothes on Delphox again? It's only got one good clothes?
It's only got one good clothes.
My wife doesn't like the Hollowware. She's like, I don't like them with clothes on.
Yeah, but
interesting.
But she's wrong.
I know.
I was there once too, but she's wrong. The clothes are so good.
Yeah. This guy, he's a little firefighter. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Firefighter Blastoise is pretty terrific.
What's the best piece of Hollowware? I think Sleepy Wiggly's up there for me.
Sleepy Wiggly.
I
go back and forth between Sleepy Wiggly and Hipster Wiggly. What do you all feel about Slowbro?
It has no good Hollowware, except for Bonfire. Bonfire's so good.
Bonfire's so good. Yes, I'm glad. Oh, okay, Relent.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Yikes.
Eldyunite, a little late from Scrubbleknot, but I don't think it could have been. I don't think he would have saved anybody with that Blastoise either way. They still have 3 up to contend with Ray, so that's not terrible, but you are going up against a Inteleon and Glaceon secure.
Yeah, they have Mew. If they can... They don't have Slow Beam. They need to space Izzy out. Mew unites, so you stop hitting now. Wait till it comes back onto the map. You still have 7 seconds still. Catching the Mew is huge.
Yep.
Goop is low.
Oh,
Azabel's doing a pretty good job.
Ray Tornado.
Here we go.
Goodbye, Blastoise.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nemesis gets it.
Yeah, that felt inevitable.
Yeah.
The way they were fighting. They were doing a good job. I mean, Azabel was all over Goop, so they couldn't get the engagement wherever they wanted. That was well played.
Azabel's an awesome tank player. I'm really glad they've increased their Pokemon pool, because I think that was kind of the only criticism you could really give to Az back in the day, was like they were kind of just like Triumpheon was like kind of the only 2 they looked really impressive on, but now I think, I don't know, they could play the whole host.
Oh, sorry. Really maybe I'm talking a little too close to my mic. Everybody, I see that in the chat. The game audio is gone because it was just cutting out. It was like the parsecs being weird. I think it's what's crashing my computer. So I unfortunately don't have any game audio. Sorry about that.
And I am sorry about that too. I need to find a better solution to.
It might just be a RAM issue, my guy. I think my RAM. I think it's going to the max right now.
It might be a technique thing with the RAM. We might need you to improve your technique with the RAM.
I bought some RAM and I put it in and it didn't work.
Well,
so I got to get more RAM.
That's usually what I do too, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I got any real solutions?
I would like to see Smoliv in the game. There's a Pokemon. I want to see Smoliv in the game.
So, Arboliva?
Yes.
Okay.
That'd be a cool one.
They seem pretty slow on the Gen 9 rollouts, huh? Like, what, we're going to have Meowscarada and then now Miraidon is the only other option?
And Ceruledge.
Oh, yeah, of course. And Ceruledge coming out. My favorites.
You know what? I feel bad saying this because I know there are lots of people like, I don't want any more dragons. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. Enough dragon types?
Get out. I'm done.
No, thank you.
We could use some more poison types.
Poison types very unrepresented. Ground type, bug type, both tough. Rock type pretty low. Poison types would be great though, especially for a Pokemon that was like it's by far the largest Gen 1 representation. So everything was poison type back then. Do we want to watch game 2 of God Squad versus Brave Birders?
We might as well, right? Because we don't have anything for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. And Anon's playing the Mimikyu. Let's go.
I can't believe Brave
My
Birders lost
Snorlax.
really early,
It
right?
happened.
They've been in losers for a while here.
We have 2
Oh.
Colin Tangs.
Wait. Wow, we do. One's OP. Yes, Brave Birders have been in ever since. So they must have lost in round 2 of winners.
Yeah, they lost really early.
Holy smokes, yeah. Took down Mystic Marvels, Secret Agents, Regicide, Midnight Mulders. What? That's not been an easy run for them either. Like, those aren't like top level teams, but they're like teams I know. So
I mean, they're mid bosses for sure.
How about
I would
this?
love to see Galarian wheezing.
Glimora. How about that?
no, please no.
Okay,
I
please.
don't even know what that is.
Okay. All right. Didn't go
I'm not a
over
big
well.
I don't like Glimmer.
People didn't like it. All right.
Well,
Are
at
you
least
ta-
I
like
did.
wait, the ball with a peg on it?
Yeah.
All right. I understand people didn't like it. I thought maybe we'd
I'm
get
starting
some
to color my perception of it. Yeah.
start. I thought we might like it. We didn't.
Okay. Someone
The
remind me.
picture the first picture
Ash-
that pops up is not a flattering one for this Pokemon, I will admit.
Is it
It's a
Asha
blue-
and Colin Tang are brothers? Is that true?
Which one? There's 2 Colin
Two?
Tangs.
I think the bird one. Except he's not on bird. He's on Sylveon now. Crazy. What an arc.
Asha has been on this Machamp for an eternity though.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
he has.
been like it's been
To be
like
fair,
their
Colin Tang's
go-to.
on Sylveon all the time too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Feels so bad for Machamp.
He's just a little Machop.
I know he's just a sweet boy, but he's just not that relevant. There are just a few Pokemon talking about like balance earlier. There's some that are just not relevant. It's just like, yeah, it's a bummer. Char is the
time,
biggest
right?
bummer to me. Like, what is happening with Char?
Oh, Kira. Kira, how'd your tournament go? Did you qualify?
Hey,
happened
thank you
over
so much
last
for the
time?
raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This is oh yeah, we gotta get it updated on chat. This is going to be God Squad versus Brave Birders, and God Squad are up 1-0. I think. No, Brave Birders are up 1-0. My mistake.
Great. Brave Birders are up, and they're orange.
Brave Birders are up 1-0, and they are orange. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Falsoon going down. Man, I really do think Snorlax is just a severely underplayed Pokemon.
So many good tanks, though, dude. Defenders are broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they're so good.
as a class, defenders and supports are both nuts.
Yeah, we don't need more tanks. I'm fully on board with your tirade on that one. We
Wasn't
do
even
need
a
more
tirade.
supports,
I was just screaming at everyone.
though. We need more supports, though. We really do.
We do need more options for both, for sure. But it was weird hearing the defender thing when we just had Umbreon, Goodra, and Lapras, and I was like, what? This has like been a great year for defenders. They're crushing it.
Berserker ad. Ooh, interesting. People want Berserker.
I'm lukewarm.
Yeah.
I'm lukewarm on Berserker, yeah.
We were memeing on Meowth quite a bit on our podcast. We were like, please don't add that Pokemon.
Oh, dude, there's a very real chance.
The Persian. Oh, no.
No, Meowth.
Right.
Oh, you
Which
feel like
evolves.
Pikachu?
No, yeah, like Pikachu, Meowth.
You think it doesn't evolve? They just keep Meowth?
Uh-huh.
If it has if it's our first Pokemon to have voice lines in the game, I'm down it. Oh my gosh, Real Player 1's so sick. Stole the Ray, and that was like a 1v4 steal.
I may
That was
know
lit.
who's voicing Meowth.
Stop it.
It's the
It's
last
not
I'm going to say about it.
you. It's Mark Hamill.
I may know who's voicing Meowth. You know him as Luke Skywalker.
And Batman from the animated series.
That's true.
Wasn't he the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Batman the
Oh,
animated
I thought you said and as Batman, and I was like, wait.
No. Oh my gosh, Cryptic. He was not Batman. Oh.
It's Chris
It's
Pratt.
Chris Pratt. It absolutely is.
It is Chris Pratt.
They're all Chris Pratt.
Can I say this? I watched the Mario movie now twice. Once normally, and then once with my daughter.
Okay.
And
Thought you were
Chris
putting
Pratt's
off.
fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. If you didn't know it was Chris Pratt, you'd be like, whatever. No one's saying anything about Seth Rogen Donkey Kong, who is just Seth Rogen.
It's so good. No, you can't come for the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. He's the best character in that movie.
The best character in that movie is Bowser, obviously.
Yeah, okay, fine. Jack Black Bowser is very good.
That's a
Charlie Day Luigi is also
Charlie Day Luigi kills it.
He's so good.
But I think Chris Pratt and what is it, Anna Taylor-Joy or whatever? I think both of them are fine, totally serviceable. They're fine.
Okay.
That's all I think. I know it's cool not to like Chris Pratt, but he's fine.
As Mario?
Yeah, he's fine.
Right.
Nice shot.
I wasn't a huge fan of Michael Key as Toad.
It doesn't really. Yeah, he didn't. And Fred Armisen is Uncle Cranky.
I kind of liked Fred Armisen though, but I just really like Fred Armisen.
No, but that's actually why I think. Here's the thing: I don't have a crazy love for Chris Pratt. I don't have a hate for him. That's why I feel like I'm able to judge him normally.
Oh,
Fred
I see. Okay.
Fred Armisen, I love, and then I'm like,
Right.
well, he didn't get to do anything.
Yeah, give Fred Armisen more lines.
Who is he? Was he like Cranky Kong or something?
Yeah.
He was Cranky Kong. And he was great. Oh my word. Nice lineup by Yap Yap. Yap Yap, by the way.
Oh, we're back.
That is called a transition.
We're back, baby. Nice lineup by Yap Yap. Here we go. Zealot moving on in with a big solar blade right now, pushing him back towards this tier 2.
Just trying to say, I don't know if you've ever got to see God Squad with Yap Yap on the roster, Doob Smacks, but they've been playing very well today. Inteleon, they've been playing some Pikachu, and their Gardevoir looked really amazing as well.
Yeah, I was able to not watch but listen in on one of their games earlier, where you guys were praising Yap Yap Yappy. I think is what their full name is. Yap Yap Yapper. What is it?
Yap Yap Yapper.
Yeah,
Yap,
when
yap,
they're on
yapper.
their Gardevoir.
Gob Squab. I like how people in chat are believing that those are the actual team names.
They could be.
Go look at exclamation mark bracket if you want to know the real ones.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Gosh, love Snorlax. Look at that. One yawn. So, well.
Beautiful. Love that thing. There he goes.
Hey, and it's gone.
Oh, dang. This goes in.
349 points.
It's a lot for the
well.
Gob Squad.
AK, it used to be Midnight. Old school Lucario god, but stuck on Glaceon jail these days.
Glaceon's so dumb.
It's good.
I saw a post on Reddit a little while back that was like, why are people complaining about Glaceon? And I think the reason people complain mostly about some of these broken Pokemon are not only because they're just kind of like dummy good, but it's because they require so little from you to get a crazy good output, you know?
What if you could stop sure hit moves with walls? Is that too hard?
I just think, look, if it requires less skill, the output has to be less. That's... It feels like Liquidation can't, and they nerfed it, but Liquidation can't do that much damage because you don't have to do anything to make it happen.
In theory, that's absolutely true. That's what you'd like.
That's what you'd like, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's also developers get in the space where they want a player of any skill level to enjoy the game in any way, whether it's ranked or casual. And for a lot of people, enjoying ranked is climbing in ranked. And so they want to have easy Pokemon also do well, or else that experience is ruined for weaker players.
I don't want them to do poorly, but I also don't want them to be to be on par or even better than things that require more skill. That feels unreasonable.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just saying, like, their perspective is
but I thought the Mewtwo's in concept were a good concept. I just think they completely botched it.
Yeah. Bit of a bummer, because those Pokemon are pretty cool. I do love Mewtwo.
Yeah. Rayquaza.
Oh my gosh, Zealot.
Oh man, Pokemon Unite, 3 players down. We're in here. Solar Blade. There's another Eevee. Leafeon. Punching space, doing things. Colin Tang is gone. And now it's just Asha, and they're gone.
Are you doing an impression of yourself?
Yes.
I can't tell.
I did feel like kind of a caricature Doobstack somehow.
It was like you were making fun of Doobstacks, but forgot you were Doobstacks.
That's awesome. It's like,
I like to keep myself humble and on my own toes.
I like
I
that.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Gob Squad up 1, or were they already up
No,
1?
they are now tied 1-1.
Ooh.
Brave Birders with.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, Zealot with 12 knockouts that game. Sheesh.
Hey, Mad King, why don't you settle down, Chief? Let's settle that stuff down.
Who's yelling about something? Nobody yell. Whatever we're yelling about.
Oh, we have a Viridian game. Where Viridian in our brackets?
Viridian is Barn, right?
Yeah.
They're against Emerald Lotus right now.
Okay. So Lotus Aids teams.
If you're on YouTube, by the way, smash that like button. Criminally under-liked at this point in the stream. Criminally.
Oh, I have smacked it once before. I shall smack it again for you,
Smack
Spragels.
it twice.
Smack that
Bang.
like button. Smack that.
Oh no, we have reached that point of the broadcast.
Just
Yeah.
say
Is
it.
that
Just smack that like
We're just free associating to song now. Why wouldn't we? We've been going for a while.
Okay, so Nemesis is on their winning a match. I feel like we jump over to that. Thoughts?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not ready. But they
Yeah.
are on their winning a match. Oh, they are on their winning. They're all ready. Let's do it. Okay, this context, by the way, is Nemesis run back against the team that sent them to losers.
No way. What a
Which
great
is
story.
pretty lit. Yeah, it's pretty good. So this is Nemesis's chance to redeem themselves against what is this called? Cinderace?
Who?
Triple
What team is
defender.
this?
Only Trolls.
Oh, only Trolls. Right. Oh, wow. Because we didn't get to see them today. So this is actually really exciting.
Yeah, okay, here we go. All right.
This is amazing.
Do you two want to cast it and I have serve?
We could all just hang out still.
Okay,
it's
sure.
up.
Yeah,
It's up to you guys. I'm down to still hang out, but yeah, I'm very interested to see this because
Yeah.
I want to see
We'll
the team
watch
that
this
took
one.
down Nemesis.
Yeah, we'll talk about this one for sure.
This is for a spot
Lane
in the
Cinder.
top 8.
Lane
Cinder.
Cinder. I'm so here for this. Let's go.
Also, what is with players named Tomato doing extremely well right now? Have you two watched that new Japanese kid play? He is unreal good.
Are you trying to say
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fake? They're AI?
No, it's not what I'm trying to do. But this Tomato also killing it on Lane Cinder apparently.
What's with all these AI players named Tomato? I'm the only one who notices that
No way
this
Yeet
game's
leaves
being
with one of
invaded by
these
robots.
bunnies. This is criminal. Yeet is about to get
Dude.
either their third or fourth
That's
stack
their third
and
stack.
back Bunnelby. Like, that is
I
banana
love
land.
Yeet fans so much.
Yeet is so cracked, dude.
I mean,
there's
are we
no
calling
other
that
player.
gameplay cracked? I
Yes.
mean, he just walked forwards. That's all that happened.
Okay.
No,
Sorry,
but the
me and you doing that 0% of the time are we not KO'd.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's awesome.
we did not
though.
see
I love
what
that.
Rex was doing in here, did we?
He took a
Hanging
ball
out.
toy. Because Leafeon just did the Zatu red buff.
Ah,
Up.
uh-huh.
Rex tried to come in and he took a ball toy and he went for the blue buff, but he didn't get blue.
Yeah. Okay. So we got some silly goose time happening right now.
Well, it is only trolls, so they're not underselling what they're doing out here, I suppose.
No, but this isn't even the only trolls. Nemesis are the ones trolling.
Wait, really? You think their comp is trolling?
No. Heading into the central area, like stacking 3 times in
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah,
face.
yeah.
Like Nemesis
Gotcha,
is the one, doing some fancy footwork
Meme
out
on
here.
him.
I think they're trying to ego this team very hard because they believe that they are much better than only trolls.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
so
I
far
like
doing
creating a
pretty
narrative
well.
right now. I like it.
Let's build a
I'm
rivalry.
still at the point where I think Tomato's a robot.
You've been on this for a bit too. It's
Yeah.
like it hasn't even just been short.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Where's Buzzwole? Let's go look at. All right, Relentless is on the Buzzwole this time, not dropping the Blastoise.
Crustle,
could've been
top
a
path level 6 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, yeah. So it's Crustle, Umbreon top lane. What a wild lane that this is for Buzzwole to have to play into. It's stealth rock.
And it's the
Crustle.
stealth rock,
It's
dude.
stealth rock.
Yo, this is just...
the
they-
Greninja 2 times.
What are we watching here? Okay, only trolls is just an amazing thing, and this is what I feel happened without actually seeing the games, and I'll try and find a way to watch them later, is they probably did this stuff to Nemesis, and Nemesis was like, what in the world is happening right now? And just got caught with goofy stuff. like this Crustle in the top path with Umbreon, doing Stealth Rock.
Yeah, that's good show.
And
All
look,
right, well, I don't think you can really fight that Regieleki. I mean, what are you gonna do? Run into Stealth Rock? I don't think so.
Those are rocks that are stealthy and they hurt.
Stealth Rock actually is kind of legit.
Yeah.
It's not as good as X's are, obviously. You don't push anybody, you don't stun, but it does a lot of damage, and people stand in it for so long, and I have no idea why. Everyone stands in it.
Yeah.
I'm that person, by the way. Just of the casting team here that we've got today on Spragels channel, I am the Stealth Rock stander.
Okay. The only reason
And I'm the
not
Stealth
is 'cause I
Rock
wanna know-
stander. I stand it.
All right. And I'm the Stealth Rock slander. Screw Stealth Rocks. That move sucks.
See, you get all three here. It's like I'm trying to sell this stream to someone who's just about to click off of it. No. You get a whole three versions of someone who thinks things about Stealth Rock.
What's your opinion? Because we probably have it covered. If we don't, we'll lie.
Well, I don't leave.
That's my favorite way to help viewership is just to beg them not to.
Don't leave. Don't
Please.
go.
I don't know how you got here in the first place, but please,
Please.
do not go.
Click like, don't leave.
I know how TikTok does it, but we're not streaming there anymore.
Nope, sorry. I thought maybe it was helping the crash. I don't know.
Yeah.
TikTok can be kind of wild. It like
Yeah.
the streaming software isn't good for it, and every once in a while my computer's like, this browser's gonna crash here. Things are crazy right now. So I feel all right. I don't know what my
Notable
computer's
Robot
trying to tell me.
Tomato, level 9, looking to make an impact out here with their Unite move.
Blazing bicycle kick.
Mm-hmm.
I do like how the Blazing Bicycle Kick is just hammering a wooden fire pirate wheel at somebody. They're like a big fan of that.
Yeah. The Battle Pass Unite move, or the Battle Pass that came back.
For
a lot
sure.
Of lot of controversy around that one, by the way.
I like things in
Lot
the
of
Unite scene have a lot of controversy. It's just 2 people tweeted about it. Everyone weighed in.
Small town.
They're
it
like,
was us.
shut up, Godlu. And that was all of it.
I love controversy.
And that's why we make it up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Greninja 2X. Playing
Dang,
on
zoned out so well right there. That was great. Great Decidueye Unite move.
Relentless is dead for sure.
Yes.
Cinderace takes that KO. Crustle Unite move. You use it well. The stun is kind of unreal. Aswell grabs one. This is, I mean, Regieleki could easily beat. No, Spirit Shackle. It's Pyro Ball, right? So,
Yeah. Pyro
Spirit
Ball
Shackle
Cinder.
versus Pyro Ball and Flame Charge. So Flame Charge, Pyro Ball.
It's just like if you have Yeet Van on Decidueye, you've got to assume they're securing that 100% of the time, right? Like,
Yeah.
It feels like you just have to put all of your literal hopes and dreams into the Yeet Fan basket for every objective when they're on Decidueye, which has served them very well, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
It works.
I'd probably even just throw the Pyro Ball early. And be like, I'm just going to hope that we're ripping it faster than I think, because I think that Spirit Shackle's coming.
Yep.
It's kind of
Facts.
how you have to play around those burst damages. If yours is lower than your opponent's, that's how you have to play around it.
Hot Mom, I don't know how much longer we have. This is their play-in game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are about to. Well, it's their play-in match.
Sorry.
Yes.
They're playing series or whatever.
It's the game 1 of the series. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been the most silent Leafeon I think I've seen all day from the games I've watched. I just feel like Mikey's is not getting in there with his Leafeon.
I mean,
against
the
Oswald,
troll
Clefable's
squad is
Cobra.
causing a lot of static in a bunch of different ways. Maybe just Leafeon doesn't seem that impactful. But then again, it's only level 11 right now.
Right.
So, yeah, you're right.
There's a
It's- I
trainer
mean,
at 13. Just
Yeah.
kind of going sicko mode.
I wonder how they won these games. I wonder what the big twist was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was 2-0 also, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like Nemesis to go down 2-0. Right?
Isn't it funny that I joked about Cinder earlier and we've seen like 5 of them now?
Yeah. It is
Have
funny.
they looked good at all?
Yes.
They're
I
okay.
think. I actually don't remember any of them.
I'll tell you, unfortunately, Greninja did not look good, and neither did Gengar.
Yeah. Yep. That was
Oh, so who was it? Who's the Greninja from early today?
Anon.
No. Raytog from EU.
Oh yeah,
They had like an insane Greninja game. That was a lot of fun.
That was a great Greninja game from them. Liked it a lot.
What's the
All right,
plan
they have
here?
full vision of them in top right, so
Yeah.
it's kind of broken.
This is
Oh
tough.
no, Az! You eject. It's okay. He doesn't have eject to counter Blastoise Unite now if he needs to. At least they have that.
Can you tell the Zoinks, the number 10 NA team, qualified through winners with no games dropped? Says Simp in chat.
I know. You guys did really freaking good. You also had by far the easiest bracket, and I don't think anybody's going to take that. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. But yes, you did absolutely go off. I will give you that one.
So hard for Zoinks to compliment someone.
No, they're good. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to watch that team in top 8. I think they're going to be awesome.
Have they just completely lost sight? Oh, I was like, have they lost sight of Mikey's? No, they didn't, because Mikey's is knocked out.
Yeah, he's gone. Big Spirit Shackle right
they
there.
got
That was nice. Another one's coming in right now. Hits
Pew, pew,
2.
pew.
Almost 3. Cinder coming in.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Relentless is about to go down. Well, I say that, but
Relentless stays standing.
Fan with some pretty good cover fire here. Of course, I say that, and he misses his first Spirit Shackle in 9 minutes.
No, Yeet Fan crushing it right now.
Yep.
This feels pretty sewn up.
Yep. Relentless basically playing pseudo tank buzz.
80, but
Umbreon?
80's not enough.
Not enough.
Okay.
The counter scores begin for Nemesis with only 20 seconds left.
Yeah. GG. Nemesis takes game 1.
GG.
Yeah, good run.
That first step of revenge complete.
They may have had a lot of time to think
To
about.
really come up with a plan. A
Yeah.
lot of games. A lot of games they had to play. But yeah.
I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Number 10 NA team, no games dropped. Boy, that must be hard for Zoinks.
I like that team. I thought they did great.
Yeah, I know,
They
but
did have a very easy bracket.
just tell them they were great.
They were great. They were. You're right.
Zoinks refuses to compliment. It's both his best and worst quality.
Oh my gosh. Oblivion back of me. Simp is hurt. Oh, Buzz is so unfair. So true.
Are y'all tired? Been streaming all day? Yeah, I think we're a little fried. I'm interested to see how it all plays out, but you want to pull up bracket, Zoinks? Where are we at?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I'm curious.
Let's do that. Mm-hmm. So on this side of the bracket is only Trolls and Nemesis. Obviously, Nemesis is up 1-0. Genesis and Fixed are now competing in their match.
Interesting.
It's just starting though.
Okay.
Whereas our game is probably just one game ahead.
And this bracket, this side's slow, right?
This side is the slow one.
Jeez, it's got a ways.
Yep.
Man, Team YouTube and Luminosity are just chilling.
They have been waiting hours and hours and hours for their game. It is
Man, that's rough.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is.
Chat was wondering how did Buzzwole not die? Buzzwole gets a crazy shield.
Nah, Simp, I know. I'll love it.
On some of its moves.
Yeah. Especially at plus level, right? Doesn't like Super Power give you more? It's crazy.
I don't think so.
Oh, does it not amplify it?
At plus? Maybe you're right. No. But it's huge. It's always huge. It's 12% max HP plus 2% max HP times your muscle gauge.
Okay.
It's huge.
That's so big.
It's so big.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It gets such a huge shield. And that move, the plus of it, because I was like, there's no way that's the plus. Because the plus of it is its huge unlock, which is it resets with a full muscle gauge. So every time you get a full muscle gauge, you grab with superpower again, and you get this massive shield again. And it's kind of how this thing lives forever.
Wow, Viridian are down a game to Emerald Lotus. Jeez.
Been here since 11 a.m. Kid Ink, you're a legend. Brave Birders beat God Squad from the chat.
Whoa, holy smokes, that's an upset.
Dude, Brave Birders have been clawing their way through this losers bracket.
They've been in this
They don't
bracket
quit.
for an eternity. Yeah, they're going to go up against Rack, the team that took down Onbu. And then the winner of that match will play LG. Jeez. Yeah, Brave Birders, you've been doing great, but you do have maybe the hardest final boss at the end of the road.
That's gonna be such an insane story if they pull it off, though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, that would be incredible. Stockings in the chat that would have boomed already. We haven't boomed. We just randomly start singing songs and telling stories while we're watching the game. We haven't boomed.
I'd say the boom count might be going up a little bit on our
I wouldn't say these casters have boomed at all.
True.
We've zoomed, in fact.
Mm-hmm. It's a reverse boom almost.
Almost.
Close.
This tournament is nuts. I'm so excited for NA Unite scene.
Dude, and NA is
What are
just...
the actual upsets that have happened so far? I mean,
Um,
obviously, Nemesis being down here in general. Brave Birders taking down God Squad. As much as I reacted to it, is it really an upset? Like, I think both
yeah,
those
Brave
teams-
Birders is a legit team, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they made an AIC. Like, I feel like maybe I'm discrediting them a little bit by calling it an upset. So, already, that's not...
well, head to the
super
top.
huge.
That's where you see upsets.
Oh, I guess. I was thinking of, like, teams that didn't
Alter
make the
Ego,
top eight.
YT, I wouldn't say is an upset. They're both good.
Oh, yeah, Alter Ego's way better than YT.
You're doing it again. Get ready.
I know.
It's gonna be another season of YT humbling Zoinks.
Yep, all season.
GT Luminosity, I would think
Yep.
anyone would expect the
That's
world
an
champs
upset.
to win. That's an upset,
Mhm.
but GT, I've said this before. They are like their kryptonite.
Rack beating Onbu, I think. For me, that was definitely upset.
I agree with that.
And if
I mean-
if Emerald Lotus can beat Viridian, that is huge to me.
I mean, only Trolls beating Nemesis the first time to send them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Was-
I guess
was big.
games-wise, there have been quite a few. I was more thinking along the lines of, like, if teams, any surprising teams qualifying at this
Gotcha.
point in time. But,
What's that team?
Stay
Exile or whatever that qualified? They feel like they had a good run. That seemed about right.
yeah, they're a great team.
Yeah. Alter Ego's a great team.
Oh, did I go to the wrong thing?
Yeah, what's the other pool?
This. Yeah.
I think only Trolls probably getting that far. They are seeming to
I mean-
play a pretty good game, but I think those are like that's an upset against Nemesis. I don't know enough about Spinal.
I mean, this Genesis fixed one of these two teams. I don't think anybody would have put on their list to.
Yeah, you're right. Who did they knock down that was surprising then? Or is just kind of bracket happened?
So
Genesis?
Genesis got knocked down late.
They knocked out
Yeah, they
Ignorance.
lost to TTV.
Ignorance is pretty good.
Yeah, They are. Yeah.
And they took a game off TTV clearly as a good team.
They're going up against Fixed in this first game. Yeah, we're at a few win-ins now playing it out, right? We have only Trolls Nemesis happening, Genesis Fixed, but just, yeah, the other side of the bracket quite a bit slower.
The other side of the bracket being like the other pool. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Genesis Fixed is a surprise. I
I'll
mean,
be back
there's
in
all
June.
names that you recognize, all of obviously very talented players. I'm not discounting any of that. I'm just saying, like, Genesis specifically was a team that was materialized a few days ago, maybe a week ago, from my understanding. That's a bit of a surprise. Fixed, I don't think anybody would have called them for being this far, but I mean, they have like Luis, Bats, Flareons. Those are names we all recognize, so.
Wait, which team is... Wait, hold on. Which team are we talking about?
Genesis and Fixed is kind of my big.
Will you
what
pull
I'm
that
saying
up? What's the roster?
Well, it's EC right here. I don't have control of the screen.
Yeah,
you're,
I was-
you're being shown.
Zoinks, are you there? He's not there. He's dead. He died. I hate that.
But the rosters for Genesis are Border Reach, Faz, Ray, Lakoding, Rhino, and Pigeon. And then for Fixed, it's Sentient, Poison, Russ, Louis 7, Bats, and Flareons.
I had no idea Flareons was this deep.
Yeah, that's this matchup, EC right here. Like that, those are the two teams. One of these two teams is qualifying. Yeah, it's sick.
Flareons is the best. I love Flareons. I had no idea they were that deep. Oh, I'm so happy for them.
Got AFK Zoinks in the house, which is not great when they're quarterbacking the whole broadcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tough actually.
Flareons isn't playing, but Bats isn't. Regardless, they're on this roster, which is meaning that they intend to have this player participate at some point in time.
Dude, Flareons is the GOAT. I love Flareons.
And I don't know who from this team here from Genesis isn't playing. They have 6 players listed. I don't know if... I'd imagine Rhino, Lakoding, Faz, and Bora are all playing. I don't know who's playing between Ray and Pigeon.
I think we saw them earlier. I think so.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Maybe we didn't. I can't remember now. I know we talked about Bora earlier. Maybe we didn't actually see them.
Flareons, who was probably the most underrated hoop.
Flareons hoop is sick. Yeah. Flareons is a really good player. I think they're one of the they were kind of one of the success stories from the Red Lock. They're one of the ones who rose through the ranks.
Pigeon plays support like Rhino. I can't imagine Rhino's on a team and not playing. I don't know much about Pigeon, to be honest, like as an individual, but from what I know individually from Rhino, there's almost no chance that they signed up and didn't actually play today.
I think we're watching
today. Yeah.
Oh, Zoinks is back. Okay.
Sorry, I just got back in.
But I think what are we watching next? Is it Nemesis?
Yeah, I thought we'd watch the next game of Nemesis.
Yeah,
Do
we just don't have their game, right?
Yeah, I just haven't started it yet.
Okay.
Do we have anybody? Do we have like Faz or something from Genesis or Rhino?
I do have someone from Genesis. I saw them pop it up, I think.
Gonna keep it a secret.
Okay, so Nemesis is online. So let's watch them. This is so exciting. I know all this makes me want to do, and I know you all have been casting a lot longer because I took that break in the middle to do some family stuff. But like after this, I'm like, I'm probably gonna fire up Unite and play a couple games. Like I'm probably going to do that just because I get so just excited about UCS. I think it's just the coolest thing.
I feel the same. We do that after a long cast too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a long cast, and we're like, well, I guess we could play Unite for 4 hours straight.
Yeah, basically. All right, we have Nemesis on their potential win-it-in game. This is the qualification for top 8, and they get to be done playing for the day, which not for nothing.
Well, look, I mean, these teams have been going for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like to, as I've talked about a few times already, to be put on ice like some of these big teams. Like, imagine being Team YouTube or Luminosity or something. You've been just waiting for hours. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Confe Garchomp, a fun duo to try to play off. However, Glaceon and Espeon are pretty good matchup for that specific lineup.
I can't wait to hear the end of that.
I'm just in my mind, and I know the team name is only Trolls, and I know nothing about them. In my mind, I'm like, is your qualifying like tournament life on the line? Is Garchomp, Comfy Lane? Is that where we want to be? And that's where they want to be. But in my mind, I'm trying to like justify that out. That like, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm not finding the pieces of information I need to gather to make that be a truth. So I don't know.
Well,
maybe y'all have it figured out.
I think there's a lot of value if you play a Pokemon, even if it's not meta or something, but you play it at a high level. Sometimes I think there is a lot of value in doing something that's unusual and like not something someone's scrimmed against or practiced for, or they don't know exactly how you play this Pokemon. It can throw off players because they're used to running into the same 9 Pokemon over and over again, So I do think there's some value to it, but you have to also still play it extremely well.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. And obviously, whatever Only Trolls is doing is working. They're this far in the event.
Right? Who's I think a good example of this is like Caligula on Talon, where I was like, look, I love Talon. I would be happy to play Talon in a tournament or something like that, but I know it's not a top pick. And Callie knows it's not a top pick. But, that one tournament, Callie absolutely popped off with Talon, and nobody runs into it.
Yeah.
Such a
That's
fun run.
That's a great call out. I love that Team Peps team. They were so much fun.
Dude,
to
they were
watch.
fun. Yeah.
Some of them were still playing. Callie was playing. He didn't qualify for top 8 of EU, but he was playing in today's tournament. I don't think Human was playing this year. I didn't see him anywhere.
Callie's a character, man.
But obviously, Potato and that crew is still playing together.
Yeah. Yeah, Potato and Marv are still together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which you want to talk about a sick Garchomp player.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Potato
Put it on the map,
nasty.
realistically. Like,
True.
I think competitively. Potato's kind of godfathered a few Pokemon into the metagame.
Mm-hmm.
Garchomp, one of those. Buzzwole, another. Well, okay, 2, I guess. But still, that's
impressive.
impressive.
It's
that
impressive
happened
to like have an eye for something. Oh no, it does fit this role, and a lot of people
Mhm.
aren't recognizing it. I think it's very impressive.
twice. Delphic's almost stealing that Regieleki. Fortunately, just coming up a little shy on the physical fire, but Garchomp taking it out at the end. Tomato does go down though, and the Comfey also falls. That Regieleki stun really hurt them.
I mean, Dusk did a great job trapping Trainer twice in a row with Mean Look, and just no one on their team was there for the follow-up. So I don't know if it was a miscommunication error or they were just too busy dealing with the headwinds that they had in front of them. But that was a really good series of like sequence of plays for Dusk to isolate Trainer down to a point where they didn't have their shards up, and it's kind of a bummer that they couldn't convert on that because that was really well played.
That's a good move.
What's up? I'm curious from you guys. This Registeel is getting pretty low. I'm curious from you guys. What is a Pokemon that you would really like to see competitively, but no one picks it up?
Um,
I have an answer if you need a minute, but
I guess
Yeah.
I would say Blaziken until I saw EU.
yeah, EU was playing it. Yeah,
That was pretty hype. They had a lot of really good moments.
they did.
I think Gudra is going to be the one, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good point. Not a lot of Gudra.
We see niche cases of Gudra here and there. I'd like it to be a little bit more mainstay, if that's I just think a whip character is really fun on the tank.
I agree. Whip characters are cool. Characters with a whip or a hook.
what you got, Spragels? You say yours.
Zeraora. I would really like to see Zeraora. I think people could actually make it work. I just think it's just been like out of the conversation for
Zeitgeist.
so long. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gengar would be on like characters that I don't touch and never play that I think have like very cool sequencing. I think Gengar is one for me. I just think it has way too much going against it in every aspect of the game. So yeah, I'm gonna say Gengar because like good Gengar games are very fun to watch.
They are. I think Hex Gengar actually could be better than people think.
Yeah, I completely agree. I need to play that build more, actually. Every time I play Gengar, I'm just going Dream Eater. I need to try the Hex build a bit more.
Dream Eater's great. The thing about Dream Eater is it's a perfect solo queue build. You could vibe on it all day, and if you get good with it, you'll easily be a very positive win rate with it because it punishes unaware players so hard. It's like it's a pub stomper, like for sure.
My favorite kind of builds.
Someone bad in here? Well, then I'm winning.
Like boom.
What if we saw some amazingly strong Sableye buffs?
No.
Ugh, I mean, it's one of those Pokemon. The tough thing about it is it's actually relatively good in comp play. And if you saw big buffs, you'd see it a ton in solo queue. I don't know.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any Rex Sableye in these games that we've watched so much Nemesis now in a row, and not a single Rex Sableye. But every time I've looked on my like little spectate screen when I'm waiting for matches today, he's been locking it in. Like it's been Mime or Sableye like all day long. So kind of surprising to see the.
I actually think it's. And I said this a couple weeks ago, and as long as you're a little incredulous, which I can understand why, because it's Sableye. But I was like, I think it's in a spot where it can really have an impact and be a good like gutter pick for a team or like bottom pick for a team to switch up how they're playing and give a different approach to certain games. So I do think it's viable, which is why I just kind of lobbed that out there and went with Gengar instead. But it's fun to see for me to see the two characters that I enjoy playing the most, which is Hoopa and Sableye, because of how they play. I think is very unique. to see in high level play, so I can learn more stuff is awesome.
Well, Lutano's saying you'll see it in top 8. So that's a fun shout. I wonder if it's from TTV or not.
Well, if it wasn't, that'd be a weird call out.
I mean, maybe he just really expects Nemesis to play more of it. Maybe that's it.
I mean, I know I'm a Confuse Rat fan, and Ender is a Poopy Turd fan.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad there's culture around it.
It's a good way to talk about it.
I know this is ridiculous to say, but my favorite tweet of my own is when somebody asked me what moveset I play on Sableye, and I just, from my phone, didn't check autocorrect or anything, and I said Nick off, Confuse Rat. That's just what the tweet is, and it makes me laugh to this day when I think about it. So I just call Confuse Rat now, and Nick off. Well, of course, that's a little less out of pocket, but still works. There you go, Spragels. That's that content you asked us to be on for, right?
I was asking you to bring your favorite tweets. Yeah, everyone read their favorite tweets from yourself. What did I say that I loved?
And there's the call out. All right, congratulations to Nemesis for qualifying to top 8 after taking down Only Trolls, getting the revenge. Well done.
11 knockouts for Trainer. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Sick.
Holy.
You should have seen the numbers at the start of the stream when we were doing first rounds. There were like 2 players at 16 or 18. It was like, oh. Who got the 4-digit game? Was that YouTube? They got like
they got like 1,100. 1,112 or something like that.
Yeah. It's crazy. This chat's always like, give us YouTube. And I'm like,
the chat loves YouTube. But I think what it is, Phil's told me this. There are people that are in his stream that also come by my stream, and then they'll go in and they'll ask for Phil over and over and over again. And he's like, chill, please chill a little bit. But it's what they do. There's like 4 or 5 of them.
Of course.
And it feels like the whole chat's asking for it, but it's like 5 people.
Well, those are just the only folks you see, right?
Yeah, it's just like vocal people that'll ever be like, YouTube's good, and every once in a while, I think Phil's loading it. Like, that's just keep bringing it up.
Okay, so
my favorite was when we were all playing in that 5-stack for that score comp like joke thing, and it was just a couple people in the chat. They're like, "Hey, are like Phil and Teed's gonna play? When are you gonna get rid of some of these other people?"
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. When's that gonna happen? Yeah, I'd like to spectate Viridian chat, but I don't know when they're gonna jump into their game. I actually wanted to check to see if we had anyone, just to see if I have Faz, I guess, friended on here is the question. I think I don't. I'm sort of running out on players to watch. I don't think I have Faz on this friends list. I thought I did.
So we got how much of a break?
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to start. Viridian will start in 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's going to be the game right before. So, yeah, unfortunately, we won't get to see the other side of that bracket. But the fact that Nemesis qualified is pretty sick.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Congrats to them. I mean,
now we are at 5 teams qualified for NA.
We're getting there, man. How much faster was EU? Holy,
less teams technically, but
not even technically.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
It had 70 less teams.
Officially, well,
if you get really technical with it, they had half the teams.
All right. Yes, but also, yeah, I felt like our bracket really slowed down in a few spots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You know what stream will be fun? Trio Q stream with Doob, Zoinks, and Spragels. That would be fun. I was thinking of doing a Casters to Masters at some point or something like that.
That'd be fun. I think Kella was planning on doing that too, wasn't she? Maybe I never got my invite for the Casters to Masters game from Kella.
Yeah, I never got an invite.
All right, so we got Viridian's game. This is tied up 1-1, by the way.
Against Emerald, right?
Against Emerald Lotus, yeah. B Quinny squad, Big Burry. They're having a crazy run. Doing
They really are.
really well. But yeah, of course, this is Lotus 8's team.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is the Lotus 8 had like God Squad and this team sponsored at 2 different times, and then God Squad they're not sponsoring anymore, and they just have this team for the moment.
Interesting.
So,
What's the
sorry,
God
did you
Squad
say
do?
Viridian's up 1-0?
1-1.
Tied
1-1. Tied 1-1.
Yep.
Thank you.
Breezy cooks. Like Breezy's really good at this game.
Yeah.
I like stumbled into a stack with Breezy. Barnes like, we need one for like 2 more games. So I was like, all right, I'll come play. Breezy was just absolutely smurfing on ladder. I'm like, glad I showed up. All they needed was somebody else to queue up with them so they could just play a game. I was just running around the map like, hey, Snacks, you all right, brother? I'm like, you guys are doing good. Just gonna attack this back Bunnelby. Trying to evolve.
Barnwell, by the way, on Viridian, one of my favorite players for a few reasons, but he's also one of the evidences that NAIC just worked. I was talking to him in the airport after, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was going to be dropping the game after this year. It was just a tough year competitively, but I mean, this event was just too fun." And I'm like, "I know,
Dude, the
There you go.
live events, like they breathe so much life into the game. Like you see everybody too. You had the live event, and I don't remember the specifics. I'm gonna get this wrong, so I apologize. But you get the live events, and people are like squashing beef with each other all of a sudden, and they're like, I don't know why I was so mad at Rin or whatever it is,
2 people tweeted about it.
Yeah, 2 people tweeted about it. We're all pissed at Gottlieb, but it's over. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the live, like it does a lot,
It does. I agree.
And that's why I think the open bracket things are so sick for the game, because people are going to catch the bug without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like there's no chance teams that sign up that like you said, maybe just have their buddies there, or, want to sign up and play just to get a pass to see the rest of the events, right? Maybe they're TCG players or something like that. But they sign up for this event, and then that's like, okay, bitten with the bug. Here we go. The number of people that I've spoken to from my old TCG days that were like, yeah, I was sitting in the crowd, and I just found myself just staring at Unite, watching your all's broadcast instead of the game I was actually here for, and that I spend all of my free time on, because it was just so captivating and interesting. And now that you get players to actually play in a live setting, and give them a little taste of that experience, done. And you're guaranteed leaving with one team, right? Whatever team makes it on stage or whatever to broadcast that the big winner of that event, they're in. Like, they are in for sure moving forward.
Yeah.
So, it's such a good idea. I'm so excited for it, because LAN is just, it's mad different. It's awesome.
Yeah,
We
it is.
also owe the crowd a big credit, I think, for the generic appeal. Like, the crowds we have had for EUIC and NAIC have been amazing.
Dude, Unite
they
crowds
have been
rock.
so passionate,
They're so good.
loud. They just they buy in so much. Like, we're doing TTV chants, like Luminosity Gaming chants. Like, I don't know, they're just so into it in a way that other games it's just not there yet. Team games are also just a different beast, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I don't know. I think the live environment is so perfect for the broadcast perspective, the game perspective, and the crowd is just so good too.
Dude, yeah, the crowd is so hype. It's the best.
Okay.
And it's kind of schmooving out here.
Yeah, I mean, Barnwell doing whatever they can, but it seems like they're a bit maybe a house divided on the side of Viridian. Getting a few KOs though, to your credit too, Snacks. Breezy, the one popping off.
Nasty. I mean, that's such a good player.
Yeah.
NA is littered with so many good players. I know EU, I was glad to see the massive uptick of names that I now am super excited to watch more games out of. But being so stitched into the NA community, and now that I've been just jumping into 5 stacks and using the LG server to jump into some competitive ranked play with some of these higher level players, I've not only learned a lot, but met a lot of these people and been on comms with them. And they are it's such a sick community. It really is.
That guy in chat before was actually saying, they were giving me some context on Only Trolls, saying that they're actually apparently they're LG in-house demons.
Oh,
that's
cool.
where they kind of found each other, which I think is so sick. Okay, that's what as long as even if we have just one team emerge from these in-house servers and everything, right? That's a W.
That's very
cool. These community efforts are creating teams that go far in bracket, but even just new teams that are participating in Unite. That's great.
Of course. Nice fairy singularity, sir. Follow up. That was a good little sequence. Can they do anything with it though?
They get the KO on Buzz. They don't get the Regieleki, but that's right. They're fine to park it. But they have Chandelure Glaceon burn. That is so much damage up front.
Nice
It's
Hydro
gone.
Typhoon. That's one thing that I love watching in good teams, because Hydro Typhoon is an incredibly strong Unite move, but the calculated follow-up that these teams have to that makes it look like it's miles better than it is just on its surface. I know I've eject button into some sick Hydro Typhoons, but even if you hit up 4 players, you still need some help to get those knockouts for the most part. And just, like how quick Savior was on getting the knockout on the Eldegoss, like on Lady Pink, immediately after the engagement there is something to take note of.
Best Unite move in the game? Question mark?
Hydro Typhoon?
It might be.
I think so. It's
so
really tough to
good.
beat.
It
Just does everything you'd ever want in a team fight. Like, it does all the things you'd want in a team fight. High damage, shields yourself in and out, like, has huge crowd control. I just can't think of anything else you'd want a Unite move to do.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like easy to hit too. It's not difficult to land it.
Exactly.
It's very simple. It's really good. Yeah. Maybe
Unite to the
Mewtwo,
gravity.
but we don't
Okay.
really play with it.
Okay, Quinny, I see you. Unite move out of gravity, so they get to jump to the other side, because obviously Intel was super weak. The Registeel does leash, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. And Blastoise scores 40 up top. Man, it's a slow-scoring game, huh?
Yeah.
46-17 with like 3.5 minutes left.
A lot of brawling back and forth, and it feels like no one's getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
Barn is kind of a very then that's a Hydro Typhoon, my friends.
Huge.
That is when there's enough damage to follow up, and everybody just gets gobbled up anyways. From my experiences playing with Barn, just a very defensive minded. I know they're the tank, but I mean like defensive minded tank, like insulate goal zones type player. So it doesn't necessarily surprise me that a team that he has helped put together is minded in the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, they're also running a composition that's very good at defending goal zones, right? Inteleon and Gardevoir are going to be extremely good at stopping scores because they just get to play from so far away, hide in their own flux zone. When you have tier 1s out, this it's hard to call Gardevoir a sniper, but this double sniper style of play works very, very good.
It's a long range mage for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Quinny is at a good level, but I feel like they're having a difficult time engaging. Like they've gone in, but haven't necessarily found as much value as traditional Buzzwoles would have at level 12.
This is setting up such a weird end game with tier 1s up on both sides, like on both top and bottom for both teams. Maybe this changes it right now.
What's this goal zone at? 34. So that's gonna. Oh my gosh, that is a huge overdunk potential.
That is a problem.
Big overdunk. But take a look. No,
I'm not sure I like that.
Why'd you do that?
I am not positive I like that.
I'm positive I don't.
Yeah, we're all in on don't. Trevenant finds Barnwell. Barnwell has to eject and X Scissor. They unite move, but nobody's stunned. Savior's in the back line alone. Guardian Unite hits nothing. Come on, Viridian, come on.
I mean, credit to Barn for stepping up and like picking up that Buzzwole Unite, so it wasn't Savior who is still standing, which is a win. Rayquaza's solo, Breezy, it's on you, Chief. Can't get it done. Glaceon sorts it.
Emerald Lotus putting together a pretty sick team. However, it's not completely over.
Oh, it's pretty over, bro.
Yeah.
What was that? A pre-2-minute overdunk, dude? What was that?
I mean, obviously it wasn't the difference maker.
Yeah.
I mean, but it would make this game a lot closer. That was just confusing. I think, just had one of those moments where you just don't realize the time on the clock.
Pink's gonna score at home base too. In fact, we're not able to break that LA shield. Hurts so bad. Glaceon gets the Blastoise KO on the top half. Yeah, that's it. No potential for Viridian to swing back. The Trevenant caught multiple people. That we have seen so many team fights ended, by the way, in this tournament day with literally this corridor right here being just demolished by a tree. Like Trevenant just comes up with a flank and takes multiple targets in that corridor, and the team fight's just over.
Yeah.
In the L bush?
In the bottom L bush, yeah.
But wasn't Barn in Pixel?
Yeah, Barn was there, but he got caught. Forced his unite and his eject. He just accomplished nothing with either of those things.
LD put
Right.
another
But
100.
like the tree, did they sweep in through L? That's what I'm not understanding. I just need you to explain it to me.
Oh,
Did they like horn leech into the L? Did they like unite into the L and catch?
They were
Is
like
that what happened?
here, and then they came around here, and then horn leached in
Gotcha,
through
okay.
here and picked
I
up
follow.
everybody. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And then Buzzwole was able to just like walk all over Gardevoir because they had no Crustle to peel.
Yeah.
Oof, Viridian, a team I had ranked extremely high. Going to be going out early in my consideration of this tournament, but so bit of a bummer in my regard. But hey, if you're an Emerald Lotus fan, you are laughing all the way to the bank. Emerald Lotus moving on yet again in our bracket.
Yeah, good job.
Was that a qual for them? Was that a qual round?
No, that's the slow side of the bracket. They're not even on their qual game yet. Now they have to play a team named Everstone. But unfortunately, I've ran out of people I can spectate on my friends list for that one. So we might be just chilling until the YTRLG games if we really want to wait that long.
Yeah, these are long. Because now we're talking about hanging out with no game for possibly over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can DM a player, but I'm also I'm not gonna lie. I would be very down to close up shop now. I mean, I'd hate to not watch the YT or LG play, but it's been like 16 hours.
Yeah, we've been going for a very long time, and if we don't have teams for the next hour, I think it's kind of reasonable.
I think, yeah. I'm really sad to devoid chat of that, but I guarantee you, YouTube players are streaming and LG players are streaming.
Yeah, for sure.
So you'll be able to do that. Also, hi Cloudbuster, we love you.
Yeah,
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do. We've been going for a really long time, and obviously, like we're, I wouldn't say we have zero energy, but it's hanging around 15% probably.
Yeah, I'm red barring for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for watching, by the way. Thank you everybody for listening, hanging out. If you've supported by becoming a member or a sub, I really appreciate you. If you've gifted, thank you so much. If you've just hung out, I also love you very much. Thank you for being here. You're great. Sorry the stream broke a couple times. Huge shout out to Doob Snacks for being here and casting some games. You're a legend, my friend. And the biggest shout out of all to Zoinks, who really made everything happen here. Thank you very much, Zoinks. You've more than earned your car battery.
Well, thank you. But technically also including breaking the stream, I think, by using some bad software. So I guess if I'm going to take credit, I'll take credit for all of it.
Yeah, for sure. Doob Snacks, any parting thoughts, my friend?
Had a great time. Thanks for having me. I could not be more excited for UCS than I am in this moment until the next moment, which is next week. So let's get it.
All right.
Do it again next weekend.
Awesome.
Love
you all. Love you all for watching. Hang out with, I'm sure Phil is live for Team YouTube. I'll hear Inder is spectating some games. Maybe I'll raid you guys on over. Let me see if I can actually.
Also playing.
For
so
but
Inder have games up. Yeah, that'd be good.
Let me see if I can raid you guys over. I think from YouTube I could raid over to Phil. And then I think I can maybe raid over my Twitch as well. Give me 1 second, everybody. Just kind of closing up shop here. Boop, boop, boo. Redirect.
Who wins in a fight? Wait, what was this poll? Valtiesler. No. That's funny.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to raid you on over to Phil for YouTube. And then for Twitch, I'm going to raid you on over to Inder. Right? Because he's watching?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, everyone. Thanks again. You're the best. You're incredible. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Did it. Did it. We did it. We did it. Boop, boo.